You didn't think it was going to be that serious of a podcast, right?
I don't take life seriously at all, bro. Like, it's one of those things. I get one of them, so I'm going to have fun.
You live life.
Oh, every day, bro.
I got one of those snappers, though. This is a real podcast.
This is a real podcast?
This is a real podcast.
You sure this isn't CGI or simulated?
I don't know. You see that poster?
Is this a canon event? Damn! Marshall Mathers?
Marshall fucking Mathers signed that shit, dude. What does it say?
It says, let me be on your pod, BB.
That's it. Shout out to Marshall. Maybe I'll let that fool on one day.
One time, for the one time, I feel, Mr. Eminem.
Kind of thirsty.
I remember I got an Eminem CD. I traded a D12 promo CD for Eminem's. And I kept telling people when I got the CD, it had a vitamin on it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't vitamin. It was a Vicodin.
Yeah, Vicodin.
And I didn't know what it was, bro. I just put that shit in. It was like, hi, my name is. And my grandma was like, I don't care what you listen to. Just don't, listen to it loud. So all through my childhood, my grandmother let me explore music. The only condition she had was don't play with guns. Don't play with water guns, squirt pistols, even the blaster, the shit, none of that. So I could listen. I had a free range of music as a kid. So I would just listen to the radio. While people were listening to rap, I was over here listening to Smash Mouth.
Somebody
like
that.
Yep. All that. When Ryan Seacrest was on 98.7, I'd call every day. And I'd be like, can I hear Smash Mouth?
Oh my
All Star? And then it was like, it's coming, kid. And
it's coming 10 times in an hour.
I'm a date myself. When that song came out, they were giving away PT Cruisers.
Oh my God.
Yes.
A PT Cruiser.
And my goal was my grandmother didn't have a car. And then she was like, she couldn't drive, but I didn't know why she couldn't drive. And I still kind of don't know to this day. And I was like, I'm going to win us a PT Cruiser. So my grandmother no longer has to take access service or the taxi.
Aw.
Never won the PT Cruiser.
Yeah. Heart was in the good place.
I was trying.
Forgot to turn the air on, bro.
Oh,
we got air too.
We got AC in this joint.
Let me text Brian down there, dude. We got to put the air.
This man got AC, y'all. This is sophisticated.
I don't want you to get warm, dude, because you got a hoodie on. I know you're repping.
Oh yeah,
you gotta rep the brand, dude.
Exactly.
Booty hustler. Shout out to you. We'll get into the booty.
Oh, of course. The pause.
But pause, right? Gary.
Yes, sir.
Gary King, guys.
Gary King Jr.
Gary King Jr.
Not to be mistaken with my father, because he may owe somebody money. And
Shit.
Yes.
You got to pay that debt, though.
No,
that's how it goes.
I do not. The sins of the father will not be paid by the son by me. Fuck that. Let me find my brother.
Welcome to Downtime with Downstar, guys. And we're back, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate it, dude.
Anytime.
You came over maybe a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We laced up your supercharger.
Yes, I am waiting for my lid, so the bolts aren't on yet, respectfully. They will be on, hopefully, before this versus that.
Got you.
So I'm supposed to be, that's a drag racing show in Hoonigan. Everybody always wants to race me. I am perfectly defeated, and I will accept that.
So you're one of those SEMA guys that wants free stuff and then just be like,
no, false.
I forgot it.
Big false. I didn't forget. I'm letting you know right now. It's not on you. The lid so before I sound like a bullshitter, the lid I was getting ceramic coated, Cerakoted in the American flag. Yeah. So the lid is ready, and they had to cut off some bumps, and he shaved down the wrong part, and it's just like a miscommunication. So it's he didn't fuck it up. It's just one of those. It prolonged the process, and now I'm stressing out because now my fucking car is shorting out. It cranks but no starting. Mind you, I was ripping on this fucking thing all weekend. Went to a car meet. Was like, I hate to say this, the inner fuckboy in me.
Hell yeah.
It was like, you see a group of kids and they're doing this. Usually I'm like, no, but there's a time and a place.
For sure.
And then I laid it on them.
This is the time. This is the place.
Yeah, this is the time. This is the place. I'm gonna let that shit fly.
Live life.
I was I didn't know if the car would do it. I call my cars my sons. The reason I call them my sons is because there's a certain way you talk to a boy, and there's a certain way you talk to a boy, and there's a certain way you talk to a female. You can't. I don't know. You got to kind of sugarcoat shit with females.
Yeah.
But with my son, I'm like, you piece of fucking shit. You gotta be ready. It's like an old school mentality. You know what I'm saying? Today it's like, good job.
Good job.
My grandma's like, what the fuck am I paying $90 a month for baseball? You can't hit a fucking baseball.
Oh damn.
I'm trying.
Grandma.
Yeah, but she wasn't hard on me like that. It's just be like, you do your best. But
that's all you can do, bro. So you're talking your car like that.
Yeah, I'm talking to my
and
car.
it fucking broke.
It broke.
I wonder
after
why.
It broke
I wonder
after the
why.
fact.
Yeah, after the fact.
But it's just like one of those.
I wonder why.
It's my own frustrations of building a car with my homies versus like you spend hours. Like they said that you spend 3 hours to drive 30 seconds. So it's like you spend 3 hours on one part. And I'm sure you can attest to this. Like whenever you're doing something, like when I say days become minutes, like literally, I was like, the supercharger was 2 months ago almost, and it doesn't feel like 2 months. It still feels like yesterday.
It feels like you just came in.
Exactly.
The other day.
It's just
time's flying. Just
cars. It's just like it's weird transitioning from like BMX skate park life to car life.
Yeah.
Because like some car dudes are weird.
Yeah,
and
right.
You can't talk to them.
Fuck.
But it is what it is. My son, he gonna be okay. He gonna be okay. He just need a little hug.
Right. You are right. There's a lot of weirdos, bro.
There's weirdos everywhere. I remember weirdos at the skate park, weirdos in the car scene. And when I don't necessarily mean they're weird like on some like weirdo shit. It's just like the vibe don't be there.
Oh, you're a LA guy,
yeah.
So weirdo has like that's a huge meaning.
Yeah,
to you, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, a weirdo's like a bad. I hear that's on site if you call someone a weirdo.
Bro, I just keep to myself. I talk shit, but it's like there's a fine line of talking shit. Like when I grew up like around I call it the twins. The twins, Uncle Gabe and those kind of dudes who were like gang affiliated. Yeah. I say. And I'd hang around their more serious friends and I'm like, hey, what's wrong with this dude? They'd be like, what you mean? Like he weird. Like, nah, that's Gary. He just different. And they'd be like, hey, they press me. And they'd be like, you lucky, you funny, or we beat your ass. And I'd be like, oh, thanks.
Dang, I guess.
That's a awfully weird compliment, but I'll take it. I remember the way it came across once. We were talking about something, and I brought up cheese toast. And one of the dudes said, what the fuck you say? I said, cheese toast. He's like, don't you say that. I was like, what's wrong with saying that? He was East Coast, Crip. Yeah. And he was like, you're dissing our set by saying, so learning not to say you can slob, crab, cheese toast, napkins, like
tampons,
just any like little weird things. And I'm like, bro, like for perfect example, back in the day, excuse my language, I won't say the word, hard F word that rhymes with maggot. I'm talking to myself. I am at Inglewood Park, Centinela. I'm at Centinela Skate Park, and I dropped the hard F, but I'm yelling at myself. Dude said, blood, what you say? I said, oh, my bad, bro. That's Inglewood family. So if you say that F word, that's dissing them. So it was like, bro, I'm not trying
that's
to.
Crazy.
It's just a bunch of weirdos, a bunch of stuff. Because it's like skate park, the best skate parks be in the most hood infested areas. Right. It's like it breeds hard people. So it's like I'm a Hawthorne skate park local.
Hawthorne skate
So
park.
like Theodis Beasley, Antoine Dixon, with Jeremy Rogers, Louis Lopez, like those kind of people came out of there. And then like,
oh wow,
that whole like Tyler Creator, all those dudes came out of there, and it was cool to see where everybody is gone. Like when I literally was like watching the Euro MTV Awards like in like 09 or 08 or something, and I was like, yo, that's the fucking kid from the skate park, and seeing like going through like the
eating the roach.
Yeah. Him doing, I was like, whoa, you're like,
that's crazy,
right? And I just, I didn't know he did music. And then even seeing like Theodis, like I'd keep it cool with him. His parents would like, his people would give me a ride home from the skate park, and then I'm walking down in the South Bay Galleria by like a Zoomies or something, or a Tilly's, and I see a big ass like Nike ad with him on. I'm like, yo, like, and then Louis, like seeing everybody progressively become like from like ratty skate park kids to like entrepreneurs and like handling their own fate was like, that's tight to me.
Yeah, I mean all those names, dude. Theo, he has his own brand now. I think it's called Stay Gifted. I think something like that. Yeah, he's on Baker. I fuck with the Baker guys, dude. So I know all those guys.
Even what's a Furby? He came from Hawthorne. It's crazy. Like a bunch of talent comes from like.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and we'd share the skate park. It was like we rode BMX, they rode skateboards, and it's crazy like seeing back in the day like how everybody would just coincide. Some skateboarders don't like bikers and vice versa, but it just was like the law of the land. Like we ran like the bowl and the spine. They ran the 3 gap 3 or the 3 gap 4. the big three and like the staircase, like the stair set. It was like we stay out your way and just make everything work.
Where is that skate park at?
That is in 120th and Inglewood, or 120th and Hawthorne.
So what freeway would you take?
That you would take the 405 and exit El Segundo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or if you're on the 105, you'd exit Crenshaw.
Oh, it's 405, 105 down like past the airport area. Okay, cool. I've never been out.
Oh,
like,
it's
probably over there.
That was like the first skate park that I could call home that I didn't have to pay for. The first skate park I ever rode was Culver City Park when it was prefab before they made it concrete. Then from there it was Hollywood Sports, and then that was like a perfect park. And then they had like paintball, arcades, wood ramps, BMX racing track, and like some dirt jumps in the back.
So what kind of BMXing were you into?
I would say like more street.
Okay,
more street. I watched Vert. Like, I'd watch Dave Mirra, Simon Tabron, Jamie Bestwick, Kevin Robinson, and dudes like those. I always admire that. But then, like, something in you just tell you, I don't want to go that high.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then I got my grandmother, on my mom's side, got me a BMX tape called Ride Turbulence. And then that's when I was introduced to, like, Edwin De La Rosa, Mike Ardeline, and dudes like that. And I'm like, whoa, like, you don't got to go high, but you can. It was like kind of like a street riding. It was like a flowish shit. And I was like, hey, this kind of smooth. Like, I don't got to jump like 30 feet in the air, but I can also do some dope shit. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah. So when did you start biking?
I'd say 5th grade.
Oh,
Fifth
shit.
grade, my grandmother got me a Huffy from Sears.
Nice.
For my birthday. Outgrew the other bike. You know, you get that corny mountain bike every kid has a person. Got me a Huffy. I fucking zooming up the street, and then like a little curb. I jumped off the curb, and I was like, yo. I like this. And then sure enough, that summer that I had my bike, I saw Dave Mirra do the double flip on Channel 7 on X Games. And I would randomly just catch X Games like every year, back when they had like wind sailing and rock climbing and stuff like that. So it was like, whoa, you could do this. And then the game came out, and Matt Hoffman's game came out, and then it just fell in like this deep spiral of like, I love BMX. Everything I do is BMX. And then that was like my life for a really long time.
What was the BMX game? I remember playing that.
So there was Dave Mirra 1.
Okay.
There was Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. Then Gravity Games had a game. And then there was Dave Mirra 2, Matt Hoffman 2. Then Tony Hawk's American Wasteland introduced BMX.
Oh, really?
As well. So I remember like Rick Thorne was in that game, and then you could play as Rick Thorne. Rick Thorne came, and that was all Activision, because Activision made Matt Hoffman, and they made Tony Hawk. And then I guess that's that transition where they did everything, because Tony Hawk, I believe, had that Boom Boom Hug Jam.
Okay.
So he had like BMX, motocross, and skateboarding.
I just saw Rick Thorne at X Games.
Really?
They had X Games
here. Oh, it was out
Ventura.
here, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm in like the Monster Rockstar little like tent joint that they have where they give the free drinks at, and we're just chilling and drinking. And I'm like, that guy looks familiar, you know. And then somebody came and took a picture with him. I'm like, oh shit, so he's still on these streets, bro.
I follow him, and I'm happy to see that. I like follow him, Matt Hoffman, and a bunch of BMX riders I look up to back then. And I guess the cool thing about the internet is like you can just hit somebody up and they'll hit you back. Before it'd be like you'd see them at a contest, or you'd write them a letter and you'd hope to see something. But now it's like I remember I tagged Corey Nastasio, legendary BMX dirt rider. I just was like tagged him, and I bought like a Gravity Games DVD set, and he was in it, and I was like, yo, Corey Nastasio, I'm watching you, TJ Lavin, I'm watching you. And they followed me back.
Oh wow.
And then they were like, hey, if you're ever in the area, just come through, let's kick it. And I'm like, bro, like,
that's dope.
Like the inner me was like fucking geeking out, because like I'm trying to tell my girlfriend, like, and I'm showing her the videos, and she was like, oh, this is amazing. But she's not one of those, wow, this is amazing, like whatever. Like she's like legitimately watching
that's cool
stuff with me, and I'm trying to explain to her who this guy is, and she's like asking where he is, and I'm like, either they're dead, they work construction, or they still ride. Yeah. And that's on the unfortunate realization of like, you can't do this forever.
Yeah, for sure.
You can, but at a level, there's certain like I have that shitty thing. There's like there's money in BMX, but there's not money in BMX like there's skateboarding.
Yeah, for sure.
And when people ask me like, well, how so? I was like, think about it. You could snap a board right now. Skateboards are consumables. You snap a board every day. Somebody snapping a board every day. Somebody buying a board. So there's an industry there. They wheels go, all of that, trucks, all that. With a bike, you kind of like just tires.
Oh, really?
You hardly snap a frame unless you like doing something super gnarly.
Yeah.
But I have only snapped like one frame, and that was because I like cased on a spine. But that was like user error.
Yeah. So you got to basically like make a brand pop off with like apparel and stuff like that, because the actual hard goods they could last for a long time.
Think about like when your dad's like, I got a bike in the back. Oh, bet I'll ride it. Like, I got a skateboard in the back, it's warped, bro. It's been sitting outside.
Yeah.
I remember it was the old like Voltex boards or something. I had a skateboard called Jack the Ripper that I got from Toys R Us, and I was like, Grandma, I need a new skateboard. She was like, it's just sitting outside. Like, no, it's not, Granny. It's not.
Damn. So Granny didn't care that you were listening to Eminem. Did she even know?
I don't think she cared. She didn't.
You think if she heard like the lyrics?
It's better to not know than her know, because she was like, well, I saw there's the ESBR, whatever the rating for the games was. She was like, you're not allowed to play certain games until you're like a teenager. So like I had Twisted Metal 2, because she was like doing the whole like, let me see what games you have. Took my Twisted Metal 2, and I was like, fuck, this is like the best game ever.
She was looking at the wrong shit.
Yeah, like Granny, like she knew like I was over here sneaking my dad's porno mags, listening to Limp Bizkit and Eminem, fucking cussing and shit with the homies outside, and she worried about what games I was playing. But I understood that, you know what I'm saying? Like that was there's a give and take. You either play Twisted Metal or you listen to Eminem.
Yeah.
I found where she put the Twisted Metal, and I would put it back at the end of the day.
Just clean.
Yeah, like just like
But Eminem, I don't know how I got that off. You know what's crazy is when I was younger, that was when Murder Was the Case.
Oh, by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, so I had the cassette and I bought it at Sam Goody, and I used my own money. I had from like birthday or something like that. You know, I bought the cassette. I was stoked, and I remember I had a Walkman, a yellow one. I had the tape in there, and well, I'm going to the park one day, and my dad's like, hey, what are you listening to? I'm like, oh, it's this new tape I got. He's like, let me listen. And it had the foam heads, the heads that you put that on.
With the chrome wire.
Yeah, across. Just the skinniest, little, most pathetic thing. And he put it on, and he pops the tape out and snaps it.
Oh.
And I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck is your problem? Dude, I'm in your car listening to NWA and shit. Like, you taught me, you know? And I always give my dad shit for that. And then like 2 years ago, he bought me the cassette, bro.
Hey, full circle,
brand new. I said, you better give me that shit. It's either that or you owe me $10.99, bro.
Where the fuck did he find it? Cause excuse my language. Can you
can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, like man, that's I met there's your pops who came to Magnuson, right?
Yeah. He was I don't know why he was tripping. But if he would have known what I was listening to with Eminem, that would have been a different story,
bro.
Like Eminem he couldn't make it nowadays.
No,
and I'm still waiting for him to get Me Too'd or something.
I don't think it's. I hate to say this, it's in a time period where it was acceptable.
Yeah.
Because if you had to go back, then you'd have to. If you cancel Eminem, then you have to cancel Fast and the Furious 1. Then you have to cancel all the Goodfellas movie, anything with Joe Pesci, all those movies, like anything in all the 90s would be canceled.
Yeah, the whole
everything, because it's just gone. Like when I tell people, like I talk skate park talk. I try to censor it as much as I can. It slips here and there. Like if I'm vibing with somebody, it'll slip out.
Yeah.
But it's just like you can't control what you like. Back in the day, you just say shit. Like you didn't mean what you said the way it's took today.
For sure.
But that's just the way it is. It's just the evolution. I'm sure somebody was like, man, we used to call you this back in the day. That's not acceptable. I'm not finna just let you call me the hard R real quick and think it's all gravy. Like it's gonna be a pressing matter. It's gonna be a difficult day for you. Like I never forget.
Shit.
Me and my girlfriend and I at the Anaheim Stadium, the Angel Stadium. We went to go watch Monster Jam. Dude walks out. Clear as day. Mind you, we're separate. We're far away, and I heard it clear as day. Gravedigger. Why don't they just call it Grave Nigger? And I was like, I just mind my business. Just kept walking because number one, when I tell people this story, they say, "Why you didn't do anything?" It's not my place. What am I going to go up to a stranger for?
Yeah.
It was just literally like in the universe. He said it. I heard it. Nobody else heard it. I'm gonna cause a conflict for what?
You're not going to teach him anything.
Well, it's either going one or two ways. He learns his lesson and says sorry, or it's going to be a case.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to find out. The fuck around and find out chart is mind your fucking business. You are ear hustling and keep pushing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be on the end of that.
When you get to a certain age, you got to weigh that shit out. It's like, what the fuck does it matter?
That's how I always was. I was like, it was my thing is I'm not a bitch, but I will say sorry. We in a club. That's why I stay away from clubs. I don't like altercation. I don't want to be. I hate having to be a man.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I don't hate being whatever the kids call it today. I hate having to use my physical presence and my mental know-how. Like, say me and you get into a club, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to bump into you. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Some do, hey man, watch where the fuck you walking. My bad, bro.
Yeah.
See how easy? Oh, it's all good. That's it. And so, what the fuck you say? What's up then? Then there we go. We both grown, bro. We not kids. Like, I gotta go to work. I got shit to do. I ain't trying to explain to the dudes why I got a black eye or where I gotta call my girl. I'm in jail. Like, no, bro. Like, go about your day. Yeah. I got better shit to do.
Man, that's an important lesson to learn, and a lot of people never learn that.
That's because some people want the fade. They live for it. They like, some people like, they sit there and like, yeah, I want to start a fight today. I want to see how many dudes I can fight at one time. But it's pride. Yeah. That's just an internal manly instinct. Like for me, like my catching a fade is if I'm driving on the freeway, somebody pull up on me. And they downshift, and I'm like, fuck,
let's do it.
Like that's that rush. Like people like, why don't drink, why you don't smoke? I'm like, bro, there's no better feeling than racing or doing whatever in the automotive spectrum. Like when you drift and you could link the whole track, there's no amount of beer, alcohol you can do to recreate that. That's just pure adrenaline. I want you to really think, like, even with drifting, you are taking a car that you spent multiple thousands of dollars on and throwing it, and the chances of, you know what you're doing, it could go off track. Seeing people roll, seeing people flip, seeing people go off course, break all their body kits that just spent $3,000 on. They'll fucking smile, glue that shit back together, paint it or wrap it, and do the same shit the next weekend.
Yeah.
And that is like the best worst addiction ever.
Yeah.
Like when I tell people, they're like, how much money do you think you spend on cars? I just laugh. I couldn't give you a price. I couldn't, like, it's like spending all your time in a garage with your boys. I literally see my cars more than I see my girlfriend. I see my cars more than I see my family. But it's understanding, like, this is a passion that keeps me out of trouble. Cars can very much get you in trouble today. They got takeovers, street drifting. I don't consider takeover street drifting, but I can go, like, I'll go mess around on an undisclosed area, but it just takes one time to roll up on you, and that's it.
Yeah.
All your hard work, 30-day impound, $4,500 fee, a suspended license.
God damn, is that much?
Something like that. I remember I was at a video shoot. They was giving them, because you pay, it's 30 days times however much it is to hold your car with the towing fee. And
okay.
They tax it. So I'm like, bro, I try to go to the track.
Yeah.
Or I'll go to Hoonigan, which is very open to me, which is a blessing to have, and I'll just go fuck around there all day.
Where is the new Hoonigan at?
It is in Compton.
Oh,
it's
I have been there.
Yeah,
I have been there. Okay,
so it's that, I don't consider it Compton because it's that borderline Rancho Dominguez Hills area. So like a block away, it makes it physically Compton.
Yeah. Do you think that Compton has that like Compton feel to it? What people that aren't from California?
Not no more. Like Compton's not Compton you see on TV.
Yeah.
Compton's now just like people living and homeless.
Yeah.
So it's like that's pretty much LA now. Unfortunately, you either got homeless. I don't really see too much of the other side because I don't involve myself with the other side, so I couldn't really tell you on that end.
Yeah. I've never been to anywhere in LA where I felt kind of like, oh man, this is crazy. You know,
like I've seen
like
shit.
A movie.
I've seen, like, I remember seeing my first like drive-by shooting as a kid. I was on Crenshaw and Imperial. We were passing, I want to say it was the McDonald's if you're going up to the right. And there was a dude like in a Cutlass, it was like a G-body, and they were just shooting off at each other. And my dad makes a quick U-turn, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is a movie." Like, you know, I don't know no better. And he's like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "I want to stay and see."
You know where I want to go? To the jungle, bro.
So where I live, I used to live in Baldwin Hills, in the Dons. So below the Dons is the Jays. So I wouldn't go through there. Because it's like, it's one of those, if you don't have no business there, what are you doing there? You feel me? But it's
taking pictures.
Yeah, now to take pictures is different than now from back then when it's like active. So when people who come from out of town and I'll be like, hey, you ever seen Baby Boy? Like, yeah. So I'll take them to where they beat old boy. So where Omar Epps and Tyrese beat that dude, that's Jim Gilligan Park. I'll never forget where that area is. There's a sandbox. 2 little girls threw sand in my eye and took my helicopter.
Oh, damn.
So you know those helicopters you get from the fair, you pull the string and they go up?
Yeah.
Bro, they got me. One of them was doing the, hey, woof. The other one took my shit. And my dad, I'll never forget, my dad started laughing. He's like, you want some cheese with that wine? I was like, you motherfucker.
Damn.
But it was just a life lesson. Always keep your guard up no matter where you are. And it's just like there's down the street a little bit is where Yvette's job was, where Jody picks her up. A little bit more down the street is where the liquor bank, where they take Tyrese's bike, and a little bit more down the street is Peace House. So where I get my hair braided at, Peace House is there. When he's like, Jody, you want some strawberry soda? Like, so every time I go by there, I just take a picture. And the crazy thing is their neighbor drives a champagne Honda Accord. The same color, the same spec, minus the Daytons that in Yvette had in the movie.
You know what car I always wanted, dude?
What?
5.0 on Dayton's. Green one.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We supposed to be brothers, man. I wanted a double burger with cheese.
Cheese, motherfucker.
Can I get a double? Nigga, I said with cheese.
That's
even that movie. So if you want, so is where his cousin gets shot. There's a Jack in the Box there. That's right.
Jack in the Crack.
Yep, that's on the corner. When they pass, I know most of those scenes is because it's like visual memory. That's just like that not South Central. That's still LA. I think South Central is like when you go like Normandy and Florence and all that. But it's still like to grow up in that time where people would press you. I never really got pressed. For people who don't know what press, like when somebody comes up like, where are you from? This, that, and that. I'm like, bro, this is Gary.
Yeah,
you just goofy. And that was just always the consensus of my life growing up. That's just Gary. Which was cool because it's like, what's that mean? Like, you gotta meet him. Like, I can't describe him. He just some big goofy motherfucker. Like, when you see him, you'll know.
Yeah. And
I was just always the big goofy dude. Some of my homies used to call me Jazz Hands back in the day. I don't know why. Jazz Hands because I was different. They'd be like, girls be like, that nigga gay? Like, no, he's just like, no, like, go talk to him. Like, he's eclectic. And it'd be weird. The homies, when I had my spot in Baldwin Hills, my homies would come over. Shout out TB and the Thirst Crew. They bring girls over. And like, yeah, go hang out with Gary. And they'd be like, so what do you do? I'm like, I like comic books. And I bring out like, this is my Hulk No More number 37. And they'd be like, oh, you different. And they like take a genuine interest. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, what else you like? Bikes and cars. Like, what kind of cars you like? It's like Subarus and Skylines. They're like, they're Mexican cars. I'm like, no, they're Japanese. Like, they're not from Mexico. And I'm having like this in-depth conversation with these random ass females, and it'd always be the same, but they'd be interested. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm going back to sleep. There's nothing here. But me being naive, like, they wanted something more than a conversation. But me being young, I was just like, I ain't worried about the clan, bro. I got work in the morning. I'm trying to ride my bike.
Oh, damn, bro. They're trying to give it up.
Yeah, I was on another level back then. Like, now it's like, I got a girlfriend. I understand the importance of a relationship. All that back then. I was fucking worried about broads.
Yeah. They're like, you don't kill nobody?
No, I don't.
You don't do shooting?
You don't drink? You don't smoke?
That's crazy.
How do you have fun? I never forget.
How do you have fun?
I forgot this. There's one random girl. It's like her name rhymed with Land O'Lakes. That was her real name. Not Land O'Lakes was her name.
Like the butter?
Like the butter.
Okay.
I gave her a ride. I had an 04 STI, made like 300 horsepower. I gave her a ride, and she's like, "Why your car sneezing?"
Sneezing.
It was the blow. I had a Turbo XS. Recirculatory blowout valve, and I was like,
that's crazy,
right? I took her to Taco Bell.
Some girls are just dumb, you know.
It the internet. It's just, this was still formed, bro. This is still MySpace days.
Still sneezing in the car, you know.
It's just
one time I had my Chevelle. I'm driving it, and I told this girl that I was with, I was like, oh, watch it. It's too loud. I could lower it, and I got the knob from the stereo, and then I lifted up on the gas and lowered. Oh, you can lower the volume. I was like, yeah. And I still didn't smash.
It'd be like that.
I couldn't even smash the dumb girl like that, bro. And she thought I could lower the volume on my car.
They don't understand.
Oh man, but that's crazy, dog.
I'm sorry, Mr. Frank. Okay, cool.
You're popular dude.
It's work. I'm always working.
You're always working.
The phone.
Do you feel like you're always working?
No. Like I tell people, whatever I'm in right now, it's a blessing. It's very privileged to be always busy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's one of those, a lot of people like, well, God, I want more opportunities in life. I want to do more in life. And then it's like they end up not doing nothing. Like there's two, like I would describe, there's like two types of people. There's the 9-to-5ers and then there's the hustlers.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a 9-to-5er. I don't look down upon that. The 9-to-5ers, the dude just literally just goes to work, comes home, repeat.
Yeah.
The hustlers, every day is a new journey. You don't know what's going to happen. So you got to open the Hustler Weekly, which is your phone.
The Hustler Weekly.
Get into some shenanigans, try to figure out, like for me, it's like I have a career. Like my career is automotive media. But at the same time, I always want more.
Yeah.
It's human nature. I always want more. So if whatever opportunity, whatever's going on, just trying to facilitate in-house and out-house. Not only for myself, Booty Hustlers, Hoonigan, whatever other, Magnuson, whatever other avenues of wherever people want to help. So it's like, that's a blessing. It's a privilege and a blessing to be overwhelmed all the time.
Yeah.
Like, if I won't lie, like I get overwhelmed a lot, and it's the fact that a lot of good news comes in, good or bad, and it's just like fuck, like it's so much shit happening at once. Sometimes I have to just like slow down, process, write it down one by one, because there's times where I work, like when I was younger, I tell people I'm living in my 20s now, because when I was in my 20s and early teens, I didn't have money. I was like you're trying to figure out life, and now that I still don't have life figured out, but it's more financial income, so I can do more things. So when I was early then, working at the airport, loading airplanes, working those fuddy-duddy jobs where they just treat you like shit and build your character, like I appreciate where I'm at now, because I'll never forget loading airplanes for Mexicana, making $9 an hour, sweating my ass off to make $1,200 every 2 weeks with damn near 90 hours on one check, and I thought I was balling. Trying to get the fucking Nixon 5150 chronograph watch that I never got. Shit like that, like you'd like make a little dream board. So it's like now being able to not do whatever I want, have the freedom. Like my job is to travel, entertain, build cars. I couldn't tell you like if that's not cool. Like there's people out there, every time I meet somebody, they're like, bro, how do I get into do what you're doing? I'm like, bro, I just got lucky. Like I literally met Brian Scotto at Hoonigan, waiting for my friend for Long Beach Grand Prix, and he pulls up, chopping it up with him, and then it goes from like just like how we're chopping it up. Hit me in the DM. I don't know if you know who I am. My name's Brian Scotto. I run Hoonigan XYZ. I feel like you'd be a perfect fit here.
Wait, so you didn't even know who he was?
I didn't know who he was.
Like, dive into that, bro. I got to hear that.
So for my career path at Hoonigan, I always kind of knew what Hoonigan was because I knew what Kim Block was. Watch Gymkhana.
Yeah.
All that. But pretty much 2017, 2018, around there, I pulled up to Hoonigan, waiting for my homegirl. We're going to go watch the Long Beach Grand Prix, then go watch Motegi Drift that night. I'm sitting there chilling. Dude by the name of Radio was like, hey, Kim Block and Brian Scotto are coming. I was like, okay, bet. Like, and then they end up showing up, pull up in this like all fucking murdered out Explorer, because he was like doing the Ford shit. They hop out, have my green R33 at the time. They're looking at it. He comes and talks like just how we're talking this shit, just shooting the breeze, like just a real talk. And then like literally that night, that morning, he DMs me like, hey bro, don't know if you know who I am. My name is Brian Scotto. Like the vibe that you bring, like, and everything. I don't know if you will know what I do here, but I run Hoonigan, and I think you'd make a perfect fit here. Like, let's set something up. And if anybody knows the Scotto mentality, that means I'm going to hit you up now to talk to you in however long it takes. He's a busy man, so there's no disrespect on my end. I'm like, why aren't you replying? Like, bro, just what's up? He gives me his assistant's number, talk to his assistant, then I have my first job interview. He's like, so Gary, so with the new Gary, you know, they say with the hard R, like, Gary, tell us about yourself. It's him and Vin. I was like, my name's Gary. I like jacking off, eating pizza, and watching Dragon Ball Z. He's like, what? And I
shut the fuck up.
That's literally what I said. You could ask him till this day what was the first couple words that came out my mouth.
Oh shit.
And he was like, this cat, you remind me, and this is the parallel. He's like, you remind me of Hurt. And I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? He's like, it's a very good thing. Have that, then time goes by, nothing really happens. I have my first build breakdown. Didn't plan on anything, didn't know what to do. Mind you, I've never done a donut really in the car. It was just like pretty much everything you see on screen is just me learning the flow of how to do things, and it worked out the right way. Like I wore the Vegeta like tank top Under Armour thing just for confidence. Carried the wrestling belt with me just for confidence. Like add like props, like not props, but like stuff that makes me feel more at home with strangers. So I bring it, and then from there they like legit offer me a job. Then I do stuff there, and then it like a falling out happens between them, more of a between us. It was like a mutual thing. It was like, hey, this isn't for you right now. You should take some time to learn how to cultivate yourself as an adult. Because it's like I wasn't mature enough to understand like just because what you see on camera doesn't happen off camera. Like this is like a real business, and I thought it's just fun time all the time.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I was like, okay, I respect that. It hurt, of course, it hurt, but then at the same time, it was like, okay, take time, take this, and then like you figure like a year later, I'm out here off and on, and like as of like 2022, like they brought me back on full time. Which was cool because now it's like he was like I was working like an aerospace job. So before Hoonigan, I was building F-35s for Northrop Grumman. I was a left hands weapon bay electrician. So I pretty much went to school for that and everything. And then like I said, ran into Brian Scotto. So it's no disrespect. Like I loved Northrop Grumman. I loved working there. The people were great. Everybody treated me like it was like a family. But then it got to a point where they moved me to Mojave. Bro, I'm driving from Los Angeles to Mojave.
Yikes.
Damn near 6 days a week. And it's like, bro, I'm driving this fucking 2003 Mercury Sable.
Oh, shit.
Bro, and I'm filling up like every other day.
A Mercury Sable?
Bro, I love the fucking Sable. I called it the Silver Surfer.
Damn.
My boy Wesley. Shout out to my boy Wesley. He sold me that Sable for like little to nothing with little to no miles on it. It was the best car I've ever owned as a daily outside of my Prius. Got in that motherfucker, just turned it on, maintenance, put a radio in it. I felt like I was doing things, bro. I was like king of the fucking castle.
The Sable.
Yes.
That's a crazy one, dude. So when did you guys have that split? What year was that?
That was like 20, I'd say that was like mid 2018. So I started like the beginning of 2018. It only took a couple months.
Gotcha.
Because it was one of those things like it's like I tell people like my life feels like a video game. Like it's always in career mode. So in a sense, it's like literally like Tony Hawk's Underground. Go meet the cool kids, hang out with the cool kids, go do this, go do that. Except in a video game, it's like a 3-hour span. In this, it's like a long couple years journey. So it's like, go hang out with the cool kids, you pass the test. Go do this, you pass the test. Uh-oh, you fucked up. But there's no reset and fucking up. You did what you did, and you gotta lick your wounds and keep rolling with the punches. Sure. You walk around wondering, and it's like, fuck. Like it felt like when that happened, it was like, bro, I gave up everything for this. And then when I went back to Northrop Grumman, one cat, I forgot his name, but he looked at me like, what happened, bro? You couldn't make it in the big time? And that shit hurt so much, I wanted to sock him in his head because he's one of those condescending motherfuckers that makes a good amount of money because of the position he's in, and he really can't get let go because he's the one who specializes in that. But it was just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like life happens. But it was just one of those things, like I said, like when life gives you shit, you just gotta take it. Yeah. I just was like, it just wasn't working out. Then it was, I won't lie, it was hard because it was like you gotta sit back and watch people have fun that you were doing. Yeah. And then it's like fuck, like it is what it is. But now it's like having that pain helped me now.
Did it help you in like life overall?
Yes, because it's one of those things like you know me, you've met me. I'm very wild talking, but it's understanding that not everybody is accepting of that.
Got you.
So it was like, to me, it was just like, bro, this is automotive. This is, like I said, it was skate park vibes to me. So I was like, bet we at the skate park 24/7. I can talk however I want. Wrong. Not everybody accepts how you talk. You can't drop the N-bomb wherever you go. And it's just like, if you notice I'm on camera, I never say it on camera. I never try to say it around the building. It's just something that happens to slip out here and there. Because it's like one of those things my aunt taught me. It's like, why do you always have to say that word? You bringing down our people. I'm like, I'm not saying it like this. Yeah. But at the same time, like I've said it once and somebody's like, that makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, bitch, you white. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter to you? But in this day and age, just like I can get in trouble for something that I can say that made you feel uncomfortable, and I I never want to make anybody feel like that is the most awkward feeling in the world, is making somebody feel uncomfortable. And
for sure.
And I hate that.
Nah, for sure, bro. Because I mean, you seem like the kind of person you want everybody to be having a good time.
That's it, bro. I'm just trying to enjoy, cruise through life.
And I get it too. Like you say, like skate park, talk, and like hip hop talk.
Yeah.
And shit. Like I grew up saying it, dog. And then you get to a point where it's like, I didn't mean it in any No, I didn't mean it in any sort of way. This is my boys, dude. This is how we fucking grew up. This isn't a Dipset. I can't fucking. Bro, that's not right,
bro. There was a time, and I'll never forget. I thought I would listen to Dipset heavy. My cousin gave me a phone, and it had Cameron's "You Tried to Play Me, Shit Up the Crazy, Things Just Wasn't the Same." And I was like, bro, because I didn't have a phone, he gave me this. It was like one of them flip up joints. And I was like, when you message 10 cents was a 10 cent a message. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Shit.
It's like 05 or something. He's like, bro, that's Cameron. I said, what? He's like, Cameron is Dipset, bitch. And I'm like, yeah. Then I fall into this long spiral of listening to the Cameron, the Dipset anthem, Freaky Zeke, Jarrell Santana, Jim Jones, all of that. And then I'll never forget the day I got in trouble. I was on the phone with my homegirl, Marina. And her grandma was ear hustling. I said, Marina, you don't know nothing. This is Dipset, bitch. And then the dude at the bike shop that employed me, he's like, hey, G, I need to talk to you. He was like my father figure. And he was still, I consider still this day, he taught me a lot of things that helped me as a man. He was like, why the fuck you call Marina a bitch? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you called her a fucking bitch. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's Dipset, bitch. He said, what the fuck you just say to me? I was like, no, listen, like, it's Dipset, bitch. Like, it's not, it's like saying, how are you? It's not, I'm not calling her a bitch. You just say that. And he always looked at me like, you sound fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But he understood it was the culture.
For sure.
And for the longest, I talked with this weird ass New York accent.
Yeah.
My homie Barney at the skate park was like, fucking cut it out, bro. You are not from New York. I was like,
that's the culture, dog.
Right? I was wearing fucking flat brim Yankees hats and shit, and fucking Pro 5s, and fucking I had some shady pants on. I thought I was the shit.
Bro, I remember walking into a house party with bottle of scissor. Where is it? Right there.
Oh Lord.
Bottle of scissor. Tall tee. Double XL. White tall tee. Bro, like fitted hat. The pinwheel joint, dude, with the colors.
I know exactly what
you feel me. About. The dog chain,
yes,
bro. Like that's the culture. If you weren't there, you just don't understand.
That's what I told my homie the other day, bro. I want to buy some Evisu pants.
Ooh,
with this joints on the back that makes it look like the McDonald's arch. He's like, you know how much are some Evisu pants? And I just looked at him. I was like, you know how much I spent on tires for one event? These pants are a drop in the water.
These fucking pants.
These fucking pants, like, bro, just peep to fit Evisu pants.
Yeah.
With some white Air Force One low tops.
Oh, not the high tops with the strap.
Nope, not the high tops.
The strap hanging.
I'm gonna just wear them, just some smooth
tops,
joints.
Okay.
And a cool little tee, some cologne. Call it a day, bro. Like.
That's it.
That's it. Because like Evisu pants like $260, and people are like, that's a lot of money for pants. And I was like, think about this. I'm gonna keep these pants for a minute. This isn't a $260 purchase for burning money. This is an investment in my future
for life.
Because not only do you buy the pants, it becomes a conversation piece. Are those Evisus?
Oh, wow, yes, they are.
Where did you get Evisus from? Well, let me tell you.
2005.
Right? Exactly.
I got it.
Are you wearing Bapesters with the Evisus? Is that an iPod Nano in your pocket? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wait, are those Dunkaroos? Are you eating Dunkaroos?
You are absolutely right.
Is those some Gushers?
Oh, my God. Is that motherfucker drinking a Sprite remix, too?
Is that a Surge?
Whoa. This motherfucker got a Omega yo-yo. Where's
the Dunkin', bro?
Yes, yes. That's the kind of shit I be on.
SEMA.
Yes.
I'll get a pair if you get a pair, dude.
I'm trying to get some overalls right now.
Overalls? Evisu overalls?
No. There's this dude I met at the Zoomies Rocktober event that I recently went to. So pretty much Zoomie invites all their brands out, and then to Seattle.
Okay.
So every brand that was in Zoomie was there, like Gecko, Rip and Dip, all those companies, and it was one of the companies. It was a black dude. It's crazy I say this because I went to a Target earlier that day to try to buy some stuff with my boy John Kramer, and I was like, what? Who's this black dude in overalls? Come to find out, like it was just nothing to do with each other. I was like, hey, I saw you in Target, and now he's like, yeah, bro. Like he was looking, wow, like what's up? And I was like, yo, like I saw you in Target. I didn't know black people were here, like because what people don't understand about the car community and culture in general. Or just in general, growing up as a kid, like you look for somebody you can relate to.
Yeah.
So at the skate park, there's not a lot of brothers. You vibe with the Hispanic people or the white boys. Growing up in cars in the drift community, there's not a lot of brothers. There's a group called the Black Dudes Drift, but there's not black dudes that drift out. Like in California, there's a few of us. There's a few of them. I'm like on that teetering where I'm still learning, but I'm having fun. So like looking to somebody else of color and at an event, that's what it's about. So when people are like, when I see comments like shit, like why is it always about race? It's not about race for me. It's about comfortability.
Yeah.
I'm looking for somebody I can relate to. So usually like when you grow up, think about people don't know when you grew up in the 90s, like in Dragon Ball Z and anime, you were a fucking nerd or a weirdo. It wasn't like accepted now. Like when people are like, yeah, I watch anime, girls watch anime back then. I never forget this girl. Her name was Betty in high school. She said, you'd be fucking cute if you had your ears pierced and didn't like that weirdo shit, which was anime.
Damn.
It was.
You should look up Betty right now.
Betty got 4 kids.
Probably, right?
That bitch busted now.
Fuck Betty.
But Betty was bad back in high school, bro. She had it going on.
Bad back in high school was different.
That was different. Because I was, 100 pounds lighter in high school?
Well, they didn't have real makeup back in the day. They had a cover girl. And then
L'Oreal.
Yeah. They would do something like this.
Real smooth light.
And then that's it. And then they had Aquanet or...
Bro, damn. Remember the little clear lip gloss joints in the different colors? And then girls would wear the little fishnet slip-on things from the nail salon with the different colors. They don't know about that.
And then they had the thin eyebrows, bro.
Bro, I remember when I was in high school, like I loved fucking cholas.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I need me a chola. Just a fucking... ruthless, aggressive
just
looking,
to cook for you or something.
Just to fucking something. Just yell at me. Just talk to me fucking mean like fucking. Just look at me like fucking shit. Fucking. Don't be nice to me. Be nasty.
Oh shit!
Just in high school, just doing my work, but I didn't have the courage.
Fuck you.
Yeah, like the accent.
You.
Some like for me, my thing is like if I'm a date outside my race, I want your culture.
Yeah. And
when I say your culture, like my girlfriend's Armenian, so I get the full Armenian. The fucking they got this shit. What's his name? DJ Sacco.
Oh shit!
And he has this. In the club 50 Cent sounding song, but it's like with the little tamarines and the ting 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 tings, and I'm like, bro, like this shit's active.
Really?
So it's like my thing is like if I'm not to sound stupid, it's like if I want to date me a Latina, I want me a Latina.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want me a Latina that acts black. Yeah. And when I say a Latina that acts black, nothing wrong with listening what I listen to, but like be you.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm not saying like some like, oh, you want some tortillas or something. No, like just be you. I want to embrace the Vicente Fernandez's and the El Rey, like shit. Like I want to embrace your culture so I can learn something and be uncomfortable. Like my ex was Salvadorian, so I'd be over there with the pupusas, the pan con pollos, the ponche, shit. Like I'm like, it's Thanksgiving. Why the fuck do we keep eating tamales?
Turkey.
Yeah, where the stuff? We don't do that here. And I'm like, fuck. Like, but it was good.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like with my girl, they make kebabs. They make shit wrapped in grape leaves. And I'm like, what is this shit? And they're like, oh, it's just this.
You find anything good?
Yeah, always, bro.
Really?
They always cook really good. Her cousin Viken is an amazing cook. My girlfriend is an amazing cook. And I'm like, why is this shit so spicy? She's like, it's flavor. And I'm like, flavor's not supposed to make me sweat.
Damn. You know what's funny is like, I can't think of other cultures having good music.
Really?
Yeah. If it's not in English, I don't know, bro.
Like I've been listening to like early 90s like Japanese music.
Oh,
that shit hit. It's weird like hearing different kinds of music as I'm get older, I appreciate jazz more and all the other kind of music. Like Vicente Fernandez, I think his name is. I don't want the dude who passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I listen to that shit knocks. Like the fucking El Tucanasa, all that shit. Like I like growing up with like the Hispanic culture at the skate park, hearing that shit like it vibe a little harder.
Yeah.
Because when you're hanging out with those people that listen to that kind of music and they get sauced up and they get in their feelings, then they start singing, and it's just like black people, just like every culture. When you get in that rhythm, people start singing Marvin Gaye and start dancing and shit. Like that should be like when at my grandfather's house before my grandmother passed away, my great grandmother, they started playing music. They put on the Marvin Gaye and the Isley Brothers, and you should see my uncle getting sauced up, and he well, let's stay together. Yeah. I'm hearing this whole man sing every fucking part of the song by himself. And I'm like, this is tight.
Yeah. My mom used to play So Contagious. Touch me, babe. And on repeat.
Oh.
I'm like, damn, my mom was real horny back in the day.
How many brothers and sisters you got?
I got 2 sisters.
You're the only boy?
Just only boy. My mom's just cleaning on repeat.
Damn.
Of that song. On repeat, dude. R. Kelly was in that shit, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He was the one.
What the hell is going on between sheets of my...
I think I've seen you before.
Yeah.
No, not me. I don't think it was me. Maybe somebody that looked like me.
No. I've seen you before.
No, it probably wasn't me.
Yeah, and the bitch is like, the way is like, she's like, please shut up. Can't you see 2 men are talking?
Oh man,
that bro, that's some songs I like, because it's like, bro, just you don't realize you're listening to a story.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's contagious. That's the name of the song. Like you sitting here and like, and every time I listen to it, I can just see what they're doing in my head. Like, think Ron Isley is telling his lady, like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk to old boy. Old boy, like, bro, I'm just a victim of circumstance. He's like, no, you're not. You've been planning this. You're fucking my girl. I'm about to fuck you up. But you know what? Go before something happened.
Cause he knew the name of the game.
He did. You know,
he's an old pimp. That's how it goes, dude.
You know what? You get
name of the game.
Sometimes a pimp get got.
That's it.
And that's it. That's just the game. You play it like my cousin says. Hey, just play it up to the game, bro. Just wipe your face and keep it pushing.
Do you think if Snoop, like his wife, like smashed like Dre or something, you think Snoop would like shed a tear?
That's unforgivable, bro. Like my thing is like don't cheat on the homie. Like
they might not be homies anymore.
But that's what I'm saying.
That was like in '93.
Like
bro.
Is this if they were together and then she fucked Dre, or it was like before they were together?
No.
Oh, like
just like last week.
Oh,
she
no.
just fucked Dre.
Oh yeah, that's one of those like that's unforgivable, bro. Like
unforgivable.
Excuse me, that dude. I remember watching that guy.
Shout out to him, man.
Right.
I heard he died.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, something
Rest
like
in peace,
I looked in his archive of stuff, because same thing. Early YouTube was raw. You had it's the Juggernaut bitch. You had that dude. You had the Chocolate Rain. Don't forget that dude. The leave Britney alone. And then and you had Salad Fingers back then, and then you had the Unforgivable. I love that dude. He was, I went to the mall the other week. I ain't had no money. I looked in this bitch wallet. I said, who's this? She said, this is my brother. I said, bitch, you ain't had no brothers. And I was like, yo, that dude. And the H1 was good. It got better and better, and then it just stopped. And I was like, where did you go?
Blair Witch. He was on some Blair Witch shit.
It was raw. That's when I don't know what happened to YouTube, but YouTube used to be good.
That was like Charlie Bit My Finger.
Yep.
Early days, bro. Early days. Britney, do you know she came out with a book?
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna read it.
Not a coloring book. A real book.
Like a book with pictures?
My sister was telling me. She said that the first time that she ever fucked Justin Timberlake, she told him, put it in, and he said, it's in already. Supposedly homie got thumb dick.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes
that's crazy, right?
It is what it is, man. You know, not everybody can be Tommy Lee Jones, or what's the dude from the band Tommy Lee.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, he was packing, no homo. I seen that as a kid. I was like, yo, that man putting the salami on the steering wheel of the boat. But hey, it just is what it is, bro.
The thumb though? Come on, bro.
Listen, at that point, bro, I want you to put it like this. When you're rich, when you're rich and women are just accessible, you think you care about Britney Spears? There's 5 badder bitches that look way better than Britney Spears.
That'll take the thumb?
That'll take the thumb gladly.
Don't put it all in.
Right.
Not the whole thumb, just the nail.
It's all in there, baby. It's all in there. Like I tell people, God didn't give me a hammer. He gave me an impact gun.
Oh, that's it.
It's efficient. You know what I'm saying? It does what it needs to do.
The thumb,
you feel me?
I never would have thought.
I ain't no thumb dude, but I'm like, yeah, like if you got if y'all got a thumb, just make sure you got the turbo tongue, something.
Yeah, you gotta have something else.
You got charisma, something.
You gotta be able to cook or.
I tell my girl, I'm not the prettiest. I ain't the ugliest though. I ain't the most in shape, but I ain't the fattest. But one thing I can do, I can make somebody laugh. As long as I can do that, I'm in the game because I'm a cerebral assassin. I'm going to make sure you remember me.
For sure. I think that's a skill overall that could get you in or get you out of so many situations.
Bro, you know not how often, every time I get pulled over, these are those exact words I say, cops like, hey, license or registration. Give him a license, give him a registration. And I hit him with I know what you're thinking. He's like, what do you think? Well, like, what am I thinking? I look much uglier in person. That breaks the ice. So they chuckle, and then I'm like 5 for 5 right now. It's guarantee. First time I used it, my cousin just bought his 3rd gen Raptor, and I'm driving it. Not mind you, I'm driving 110 swerving because I can't see at night when I drive. My vision's blurry, and the cop pulls me over. He's like, bro, and he's like, you were speeding. And I was like, this is my cousin truck. He in the back. He's like, officer, he's sorry. And then I hit him with the line. He comes back. Like, God, he tells me a little story. When I was first officer, bro, I had this goofy ass Hitler mustache. I thought it was tight. They made fun of me in the academy, and I cut it. Slow it down.
That's it. That was the story.
That was the story. Like,
that's crazy.
Like he just made a funny back bet. Like that was it. Like I've learned, but there's some cops like what's the worst ticket I got was like a state ref. Street Racing Task Force pulled me over. I want to say was it Venice and Crenshaw on the corner by where the Taco Bell KFC is. They pulled me over. He's like, hey, Street Racing Task Force, I don't know, but there's a high level of takeovers going on, whoop-de-whoop-whoop, and your car is one of those that fit the description. And I'm sitting here like, bro, I drive a green R33 GTR. You were telling me there's other green R33 GTRs going to takeovers? Mind you, I can't belittle this man. Can't belittle him. But he's like, hey, I pulled you over because your registration's expired. Bet, cool. I'm out of state waiting for it to come. Pull an excuse out my ass. Second excuse, he's like, I noticed your seatbelts were off. Officer, it's hot. The harnesses are hot. I can't just put them on. It'll burn me. He says, is this car modified? I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm rolling around in a car with a roll cage. I was like, I'm thinking like, the truth will set you free. I'm like, yes, heavily modified. I've got everything top to bottom done. He's like, oh, you don't mind popping your hood, do you? I popped the hood. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know. I was just trying to comply. Don't want to make it any hard. And this is the part I hate because I get out the car and I'm physically bigger than this cop. Not that I'm trying to start any smoke or nothing. It's just one of those, like, he hits me with one of those. Like, no, I'll just say, hey, it's all love. I'm just trying to show you what's up. He just protect himself because he doesn't know who I am. Sure. I don't know who he is. I pop the hood. He points to my intake and asks, how big is your exhaust? And I was like, and he's like, I'm issuing you a California compliance ticket. You have to take this to any certified highway patrol. And I'm sitting here like, bro, this isn't fucking a normal car. Like, this is he hits me with the state ref and I'm just like, fuck, like I'm already hot. I'm hot as I'm physically and mentally. And then my girlfriend's like tapping me like, hey, just lower your tone. Like, cause he's frustrating me. He gives me a ticket and it's not a state ref. It's a state ref plus more. Modified this, modified that. This, that, and other. So I get the ticket and it was like $2,800. Go to ticket dismissers. They fought it, but it was one of those things like that's the last time I've had a difficulty with a cop.
You know what I would do is once you get that ticket, is take the sticker off the back because they'll put the sticker that says it's a state ref sticker. I did that a few times.
So I didn't. It's already dismissed. This was back pre-pandemic.
Oh, okay.
But it's like even now I'm like thinking around like, bro, you're driving an LS straight pipe R34 with a big ass cam and a supercharger with no hood. People are, you aren't worried? I'm like, if I drive around this car being worried, I'll never enjoy it. Like I'm just driving. Like a cop passed by me in it. He stopped. He did the, when the cops do that and then they come back. Hey, what's in that thing? I was like, oh, it's LS1. All right, tail lights out. Boom. I was like, oh, yeah, right. And I'm like, cool. CHP, sheriff, never an issue. Always the LAPD or city cops. Anywhere I go, city cops all the time.
Yeah. It's the name of the game, though.
That's I signed up for it. I didn't. Yeah, it's not a Prius, so it's a.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to get real mad when I would get pulled over and like argue with the cops and shit. Now I don't even fucking care, dude.
I don't have that time.
Nah,
yes,
hell
sir.
no.
Yes, sir. No, sir. I appreciate your time. Be safe. You as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me my ticket.
He has more power than I do in this situation, so what the fuck am I gonna do?
Just comply. 10 and 2.
Yeah, and my big thing is too is like I don't lie, and if I lie, it's because I'm afraid of the outcome.
Yeah, same.
Of the truth.
Same. I'm like my girlfriend. Why are you lying? Like you don't understand. Like you can just tell the truth. I'm like, no, it don't work that way. Like it's used. They always say tell the truth, but if I tell you the truth, then it's gonna be bigger than the lie. But then the lie always ends up being way bigger than the truth.
So I always think of it like I'm not gonna lie to another man because I'm afraid of this man. Fuck no, bro. Whatever. If it is what it is, you're gonna pull me over, pop the hood. Yeah, take a picture, check it out.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you're gonna give me a ticket, it is what it is. Like I just got caught this day. And that's just how it goes,
It's bro, like I tell people, they're like, I drive in the carpool by myself. Gotten caught once. Got caught driving 34 4-door. Cop pulls me over. He's like, you know why I pulled you over? He was like, because I was in carpool. He's like, yeah. I was like, I was right-hand drive. I didn't think you would notice. And he was like, bro, being slick. And he was like, I respect the game. But he's like, I've seen a lot of these in Japan. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
gave me a ticket. It was like $400. But mind you, I've been driving in the carpool lane all my career as an adult. So what's in a grand scheme of like $400 for 10 years plus of driving?
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, you know what? I would never drive in the carpool lane, and then I started thinking like, dude, all my windows are tinted. Nobody could see if somebody's in here, if somebody's asleep, laid back, or whatever.
Exactly.
I don't care, bro. I'll jump in there, skip ahead, jump out, jump in, jump out. You know, even like the double lines, bro. I'll just be jumping in, jumping out. I don't give a fuck.
I just make sure there's no motorcycles.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's my biggest fear is like if you cut that double yellow for the slides, boom. It's because I've seen it happen before at like a slow pace. Like the dude just got knocked off his bike, but it's like very unsettling. And that's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah, dude. I advise so much against motorcycles, dude. It's so scary, bro. It's poor people.
I'm cool on them. Like people, like I understand the adrenaline
for sure.
Like I'm sure you've been like over 150 in a car.
No.
Yeah. Like what I tell people, they're always the dumb question of the day is always, how fast does your car go? Like I'll tell them like, how much power is it? 700. How fast is that? I just be like, I'm like, it go like 220. Like I'm just basing this off supercar numbers. And they're like, what is it like? And I look at them and I tell them there's a speed you reach where all the lines on the freeway turn solid, and then everything around you slows down. And for that moment, however long I'm doing it, it feels like I'm in a time machine, because like as soon as as soon as you step on the gas, everything around you, it's like, because traffic slows down and you just move.
Yeah.
And it's like you see all of it behind you. And then when you're looking at those lines, and it's just like you're going so fast that everything slows down. Mind you, I'm doing this as safe as back in the day, as safe as I can possibly do it in the middle of the night. There's always the what if variables. What if you did this? What if you did that? Doesn't matter because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But my scenario is not the same for everybody else's. Stuff does happen. I don't advise you go that fast, but if there's a way you can do it safely, do so.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like seeing those freeway lines just turn solid. And then like those little reflector things, you don't even see them anymore. And that's like so fucking crazy to me, because it's like when you think about it, like you and your boys built a car that goes this fast.
Yeah.
Like you made something that is like engineered to go fast. That's a shit box. This ain't no Lamborghini. The aerodynamics is we're going to something that's the size that looks like a brick. You're moving a brick that fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
You know, when I'm going that fast, I always wait for that thought to come into my head, and it always does. Like, yo, if something happens, you're done. And right when that thought comes to my head,
same.
Fall back.
You fall back, you get to like 80 or 75. Mind you, 80 is still a pretty fast movement. 80 miles an hour is not nothing to play with.
For a beginner driver.
But I think about what is the thing? If you look at your phone, like if you look down at your phone going 80, I think you travel 300 feet or something like that.
Oh, really?
Don't quote me on that.
Oh,
don't quote me on that. But think about it, like if you were to just look like just real quick, you're moving 80 and you're just doing this real quick. Think about how much distance has passed.
Yeah, maybe I need to think about that a little more.
I don't be thinking about that shit, but I like you said, like when you think about it, like damn.
Yeah, because I'm usually 80, 85. Just for nothing, no reason.
I'm slow. I'm like a 75,
really?
70 kind of.
Oh,
I drive slow, and people are like, why do you drive slow? Like, what's the point of having a fast car if you drive slow? And I tell them this: you ever see a bodybuilder lifting heavy shit in the public? No, because they know they're strong. Like, if I know I have the power to just fucking absolutely obliterate everything normal around me, then it'd be no purpose of having it. It's like self-control.
Yeah, I think it's because I have a thumb dick, so I gotta like show off.
It's sometimes it's not about
compensating.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah,
it's something that even with no dick people, like think about no dick people, they can feel that joy.
Yeah, scissoring.
That's whatever you get down.
You ain't got a dick, you can still scissor. Fuck it. But I don't know. I love the way that the car feels, and you could just like, I want to go there, and then
that's it.
Quick,
super quick.
You just be there.
And you got like a car with like, is it 10 speed or 8 speed?
8. See,
like I got still 6 stick shift. So like, see, well, you probably like in what 7th or 6th by the time you zap and move. Like, bro, that's so linear.
Yeah.
Like me, it's like a pause. Like that slight pause, depending on if I get in, tires could break loose, something could happen. Don't want to find out though.
Yeah, for sure. I have a Civic, right-hand drive Civic.
But, which one?
EG6.
Nice.
Yeah, SIRS. So like Mickey.
Yes.
Like Mickey's. Mickey is the only one that I know that had an SIRS.
That white one, right?
Yeah, the white one. Yeah. I never drive it because I'm having problems with registration right now.
What's wrong with it?
I just can't get it registered.
Do you have a? I'll talk to you after.
Talk to me after.
Talk to you after.
Yeah, talk to me after. But that's why I just haven't really made it a priority. But I do want to drive it. But it's like show ready, dude.
Okay.
Everything, inside out, everything's show ready. And now that you're saying it, I'm just thinking like, man, it's so fun just doing.
It's that sound. Like my girl has an EG hatch with a B20.
Oh, nice.
And I've been dailying that around because our Prius took a shit. Long story short, we both had EGs at the same time. Somebody rear-ended me and just ran off. And I was like, fuck. So I took all the parts from that because I got rear-ended. Funny enough, her car gets stolen because my dumb ass parked it on the main street.
An EG on the main street.
Bro, I wasn't there. I was street sweeping. It was street sweeping day. So I'm like, cool, I'll park it, come back. Bro, literally, like all street sweeping, car's gone.
They swept it.
Then the next week, my car gets hit. And then 2 weeks after, they call her like, hey, we found your car. Whoop-de-whoop. So I take all the parts from my car. I'm like, I don't need this car anymore, bro. It's already junk. Give her the B20. And just mobbing around that little B20, like it moves.
Yeah.
It's not fast, but it's quick. It make you feel, because it's nice.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see like people give you thumbs up on this little ratty EG, and I'm like, yeah.
For sure.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. Damn, now that you say it, bro, I'm just like missing it. There's just certain shit that you're just like, I'll do it later. The car's probably just been chilling for over a year, and I'll just start every once in a while. And sometimes I'll be in the garage just spraying it down, microfiber.
We got to get you on the road, my boy. I'm going to help you get back on the road. I'm going to help you get back on the road.
Please. Yeah, there's a couple circumstances, so I'll tell you after.
Okay.
It's not as easy as it is to get another regular smog, but whatever.
You'd be surprised what I can do.
We're there.
It has a Negro with Nissan.
Let's do it.
Yes.
But speaking of Mickey, bro, I've seen you doing a lot of things with throttle.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So, you want the long story or the short? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So, a company called Will Pros bought Hoonigan.
Okay.
And that same company bought Throttle. So now we're like sister companies. So the way that works is we do content together, build cars together. So I met Mickey before, like just like a high and buy type thing, but then got to know him more, and then working with Throttle. So what I do is I'm like the representative from Hoonigan that helps Throttle.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'll go down there to San Diego like once or twice a month, mostly like on a once a month basis. Go help him out, go film some stuff, and just chopping it up with Mickey. He was real cool from the jump, real transparent, real like old school big homie type vibes.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
he like threw some game on me. He helped me get a couple of partnerships, so I do thank him for that greatly. And even just with like life tips, like yo, big dog, like I see you doing this, you moving the right way, or I see you doing this, hey, you should change this up or whatever. Just I'm not telling you what to do, just suggesting it to you.
For sure.
Him, there's a couple of people I consider the big homies. I consider him, Nads, Hurt, Brian Scotto, Zach, Vin, Ron. Those are like the big homies.
Gotcha.
I may not agree with them sometimes, but it's not for me to agree with, it's just to learn. So with him, it's just like a lot of like, hey man, why are you with this company, bro? Well, they helped me out. They had a budget to give you money. I was like, what? Like, because I'm like, yeah, because it's like, yeah, bro, they got a budget to give you money. They spent it all on a goofball. I'm going to help you out, facilitate you with the right people. They ain't got the money right now because you're coming in mid-year. But sure enough, next year beginning, you'll be good. They'll cash you out. That's the kind of shit. Like, he trying to see my pockets liquidated.
For sure.
And he's like, I don't want nothing from you. Just make sure, like, if I ever need something, like, just make sure you look out for me. But even with like how I met you, I was trying to put my side skirts on. Everybody knows I never have side skirts on my car. So I was like, bro, I'm trying to put my side skirts on my car. He's like, I got these Downstar bolts. I was like, and now this, I was like, them the goofy motherfuckers with the spike lug nuts. He's like, yeah, bro, but they make good shit. And they showed me the fender washer kit. He gave me some in silver and some in black. He was like, yeah, bro, if you're ever down there, make it work. And I was like, bro, I don't know when I'm gonna be in Oxnard. Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. I came with Noel, met you, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. And we chopped it up.
Yeah.
And then here we are. Those throttle dudes are like really cool, really helpful. Sure. 2024, looking to do more things with them. I have a lot of ideas. They have a lot of ideas. So in my head, I just want to make them work. I have a lot of dream builds. Like my thing is like I grew up playing the Gran Turismos. Because my grandma got them for me. Going to the Sears, Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills. Going to Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills Plaza. Going to KB Toys.
KB, oh shit.
Getting Gran Turismo. Grandma got it for me. And then seeing those cars. But there's a lot of people like dream cars are different. I always wanted a Viper. I always wanted like certain cars. But then like when I saw play Gran Turismo, that kind of changed. Not that my love of Vipers went away. It was just like, yo, what's a Skyline? What's an Altezza? What's a Chaser? Like, this is a rear-wheel drive Camry? Like, no, I was understanding that. But my dream is to take those Japanese cars or whatever cars I liked as a kid and make them my vision. Make them do what I want to do. Everybody's like, I want to go to Japan. I do want to go to Japan. But my thing is, like, the biggest flex is, like, what Jay-Z said, I brought sand to the beach because my beach is better. And what I mean by that is, like, taking your shit from Japan and doing it in America. Ain't nothing like cruising down PCH in my 34, my 33. Ain't nothing like going to Mastro's or Cheesecake Factory or the M Grill or Fogo de Chao, something like that, and having the valet park your shit.
Damn, I never had that.
That's what I'm like, pulling up in like a legit right-hand drive car, or when you're driving down the street, like at least once a day. Hey man, is that car from London? Like, no, it's from Japan. What kind of car?
Australia.
Yeah.
My bad. Australia.
They'll do that, and I'm like, where's that car? What kind of car is like Skyline? Is that a Buick? Like, no, that's a Skylark. But that's the kind of shit I'm on. Like, I want to build like a plethora of Japanese cars that are my vision. Different engines, all of them. I don't want them to have like. There's certain shit I want to have a factory engine. Like my dream car is an EV1 Lightning Yellow R34 GTR.
God damn, that's a mouthful. Dog.
Yeah, it is. And mind you, I don't know if that's NER spec, V spec, V spec 2, V spec NER. You see, it gets all to the different shit. I just want a Lightning Yellow R34 GTR. Plain and simple. EV1 is the color code. That's what I want. But everything under that umbrella, I just want wacky. Like, I would love a Hellcat powered Japanese car. I would love a rotary powered Japanese car. I would love a fucking Hayabusa powered K-truck. Shit like that. Like that, I would be like, this is dope.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I don't know the difference between an R30, 31, 35.
They all look different.
33, 37.
It's just like the EG, the EF, the EK. Yeah. They all, and then you have like the SIR, SIRS, ECX, EX. It's different models. Just like, you know, like base Civic roll down windows. Yeah. Shit like that. No rear speakers, no rear disc brakes. Then you get your upper echelon SI models that have B20 or B16, whatever numbers come on the engines. Yeah. That's how it works. So you got like base model NA Skyline, automatic NA. Then you got your turbo automatic. Then you've got your turbo all-wheel drive. You got your NA all-wheel drives. You got your... Then you get to the GTR models. Then it's like, fuck, you got your V-Specs, your V-Spec 2s. Oh, don't forget your different colors. Just like that.
Damn.
So it's just like Hondas. It gets into like a fucking...
Sometimes I feel like I'm not a real car guy because I don't have the GTR or like Supra dreams and aspirations, you know?
Not at all. Not at all. It's like you like what you like. I like what I like. Not everybody likes to play 2K. Not everybody likes to play Madden. Like we grew up playing, I played Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't not make me a gamer.
Yeah.
That just means I just like the genre you like, and that's what you stick to. Now it's like people like, do you know a lot about cars? No, I know a lot about my cars.
Yeah.
I can tell you little ins and outs of Skylines. I'm like, oh, this is the problem. That's the problem. This is the problem. Somebody, well, my Pontiac motherfucker, I don't know nothing about a Sunfire. Don't bring that shit to me. I don't know. Ain't that like a Cavalier or some shit? Like, I'm not worried about that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on. Like,
yeah. And then I'll talk to a lot of car guys and I'm like, man, I never played those video games when I was younger, you know, and I'm like, damn, am I really a car guy? But then I think like, yeah, I'm definitely.
Bro, you're on a business that facilitates.
I'm definitely a car guy.
Egregiously expensive and clean hardware to the community.
It's just me being tough on myself all the time.
That's you always. I always doubt myself. I'm like when I'm doing shit. Like when I'm doing shit, did I do my best? Like when we're filming, like this is like so a lot of people don't know. I live in my own head. Like I don't like to hear my voice. That's why I didn't want to put these on.
Oh, okay.
I don't like when people when videos come out. I don't watch them unless somebody was like, "Man, what you said was funny. What'd you say?" I was like, "Bro, I don't know what the fuck I said."
Yeah.
Or like if I have to edit my own shit, like I have my girlfriend do it. She'll do it. Or I'll try to I edit a lot of my rants when I was doing them, and it's just like, oh shit, that was kind of funny. Let me put this in here. But I'm trying to like make content. But I absolutely hate hearing myself. I always think I never do good. And I'm always like, hey, I was like, you did a fucking good job. Like the producer, but you did a fucking killer job. What are you worried about? I was like, I don't know, because I don't know. Like I don't see me.
Yeah.
You see me.
For sure.
So I'm just saying shit. To me, I'm just doing what I usually do.
Yeah.
So I guess like I'm my own biggest critic.
For sure.
When it comes to a lot of things.
Which is it's a great thing, and then it's a bad thing sometimes too.
I guess it hinders because even with like content wise, there's a lot of content that I sit on because I'm like double guessing it and I don't want to put it out.
For sure.
But yet again, it's one of those, like if you don't put it out, nobody will ever see it, so you'll never know how it'll do.
Yeah.
And that's like the day and age we live in, is that there's no longer print. There's no longer like magazines, newspapers have been like abolished. Not abolished, but they're yesteryear.
For sure.
So like in this world, like everything is digital. Which is good, but which is bad, because there's no more expectation. Like when you want to back in the day, oh, you heard such and such has been working on a trick. What's it look like, bro? I got the footage on the camera, but I'm not letting nobody see it. Now I'll say, bro, you better upload that to Instagram before somebody else do it. And it's like, fuck, like shit like that.
For sure.
But that's what I tell people. The realization is like a lot of drivers are losing their programs. And unfortunately, they're losing their programs. And I hate to say it to like people like me. And when I say people like me, I hate saying it, the influencer crowd, because it's hard to tell a driver, well, such and such has a following. And unfortunately, you don't. But they're like, but I've been doing this for years. I've been doing that, but you can't do anything outside of driving. Yeah. If I take you out this truck or out this car, you're just a boring person. And unfortunately, like you don't have any personality. And that's shitty to tell somebody, but in this day and age, like even with me, there's some 14-year-old kid that's watching what I do, that's going to take my spot one day, and I look forward to that. Yeah. Because this isn't made for me forever. Because even with that, like I used to be I hated fucking two steps, I hated pop tunes, I hated purple tunes and all that, but that was like the old man in me. Like, bro, that's what that's what you grew up on. Like, think about all the dudes who were like, fuel injection's the devil. Like, yeah. Where's the carburetors? The fuck?
Just get bigger jets.
Right? Like, nah. Fuck. Like, you gotta change with the time. And that's like when I told you, I pulled up to that meet revving on my dickhead fuckboy shit. I was like, okay, I get it now. If I'm gonna do this, then I hate to say I'm the king of the fuckboys. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that promotes, I hate to say it promotes yourself. People see, but my thing is, this is where I like kind of, there's like a borderline. There's a difference between a fuckboy who bought a factory car, uploaded a map that shoots flames, and then there's in my head there's performance flames. And this is going to sound stupid when I say performance flames, like cars that actually spit flames because they're tuned and well balanced and the fuel ratio is right, compared to a kid who's like, I just put a flame map on my Z so I can rev the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But then it's like there's no disrespect to that kid
for sure,
but there's a chance he'll get in the cars one day.
I get you, dog. It's hard, right? Because podcasting, like, I fucking love podcasting. And I see other podcasts, and they're, like, bigger than my podcast, views-wise and things like that. And the inner bitch in me is like, why is that podcast bigger? Why isn't mine bigger? And then the realist in me is like, you haven't been fucking doing episodes. You haven't been on your hustle. They're on their hustle. So even if they're putting out a 5 out of 10 episode and you feel like you put out 8 out of 10 episode, they're putting out 20 times more fucking videos a year than you are. So it's like on me, you know, and I get it. It's like this world with the influencers and just like people getting fast tracked in the community. There's that internal part of me, the jealous part of me, which is like, man, that dude doesn't even know about cars. Man, he's been new or whatever. But there's some sort of value that person has that I don't have. And I need to look at that as an example. Like, well, I need to see what they're doing right and see how I can mix it up so it works for me without me changing the core of who I am.
That's the formula. Like, I describe it as I understand it completely, because the same thing, even with my vlogging, I'm like, fuck, I'd be like, my videos, like, bro, I put more heart in this video than them. This was just but like they always say, consistency is key. Like David Goggins and all those dudes. Like, I listen to a lot of David Goggins.
Hell
Stay
yeah.
Hard, and it's one of those, like, bro, he's like, I'm up at 4 a.m. Everybody sleep. That's what separate me from them. And I'm like, whoa, it's be some deep shit. And everybody's always like, consistency is key. Consistency is key. And it's like, I can't expect to get 100 million views on a video if I upload once a month or once every other month.
For sure.
And I can completely understand where that comes from.
For sure. And you have to be honest with yourself, because it's like Goggins says, you know, there's the bitch voice inside of you, and that's the bitch voice. The bitch voice is you looking at somebody else and you thinking that you know who they are, but you don't know what these people do behind the doors. What if they're studying podcasting, if they're studying analytics, if they're even taking a fucking class at their local college or something on how to speak better. You don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
But they're doing something. They're doing something right, and that should give you that motivation that there's a lane right there. There's a lane that I need to get in if that's what I want to be. I can't just be here and be an old ass hater. Yeah. You know, because that makes me just look like a bitch, you know?
You don't want to be that old man.
Nah, fuck no, dude.
And that's what I do. Like, even with me, people are like, well, how do you talk so much shit? Like, where do you get it from? I'm like, movies. I literally watch movies, or anything I say comes from or is inspired by something I've watched back in the day. Like, it's just like, it just naturally happens. But it's like, even with me, like, my goal in life, I would love to be an announcer. An announcer, like at a drift, like I announced a drift event called Hot Pit Auto Fest, but like not that Hot Pit isn't big, it's our local big event, but it's like I want like this would be like the prelims to the X Games kind of event. Like,
gotcha.
I want to announce X Games. I want to be like not X Games physically, but like X Games level of driving. That's what I want to do. But to be there, it's learning how to facilitate 8 hours of talking multiple days. I can talk for 2-4 hours, but 8 hours. Entertaining the whole time,
and then having like facts.
Yeah,
it's like a Vin Scully. Rest in peace.
Like that.
Bro.
Like, yes, him, Chick Hearn, those kind of dudes. Like those, you got. Like, I'm witty, and I'm fast paced, but it's learning to harness it 24/7, all the time, anytime. Because mind you, how many games are in a baseball season?
Yeah.
Then Vin Scully was doing that how long?
Yeah.
And being entertaining, like Art LeBeau. Perfect example.
Shit.
Rest in peace, Art LeBeau.
Rest in peace.
Every night, I listened to somebody called Delano Prison, and he Art LeBeau here. Oh, Diana on the phone. I'd like to give a phone call to Baby Joker in Delano Prison. I want to die.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I would like to play that one's sitting in the park waiting for you. Oh, for Diana and Baby Joe. Like that dude for all his life, and then he would do it live. Yeah. At the same cadence, and the one thing you never heard anybody talk shit about. Though Chick, nobody. Vince Scully, nobody. Art LeBeau, there's nobody that will disrespect those names.
For sure.
And that's the kind of level that I would want to be on. Like, oh, you know Gary King Jr.? Like right now, some of the drivers are hot pit are mad at me because I'm too blunt. I start off every hot pit with like, if you fucking suck, don't come here. And then what I mean by it is like, all of you paid a good amount of money to drive. Don't waste that. Like, I don't care. Like, this is like, there's a difference between driving for fun and driving for competition. You didn't qualify because you fucking something blew up or something. Take your ass back to the pit. Don't waste my time announcing you if you can't perform. And I let them know that very clear. Yes is mean to me, but ain't nobody. Unfortunately, in this day and age, nobody's putting their foot on their necks no more. There's no more hardcore lessons. There's no more, well, you should have came fucking prepared.
Got you. No, I feel you on that. My only thing would be, if there's a message that you're trying to convey and you're getting some sort of resistance with the way that you're conveying that message, you're not doing yourself a service because your message isn't getting delivered to everybody.
And that's what they tell me. Jeff Jones came up to me. He's like, hey, bud, I love what you're saying, but some of the drivers won't. And I was like, well, who said it? And I'm not saying who said it, come up to me, let's start a problem. It's who said it, who took offense, so I can say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I'm not trying to demean any drivers. I'm trying to make and I told him at the little ending ceremony, I'm not trying to demean any of you. I just want the best from you. And I know everybody here is capable of the better level.
For sure.
A lot of you drivers want to make it to pro. To pro. And I can't tell you who it'll be. I can see who has potential.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want you to waste your time if you're never going to be at a pro level. But I shouldn't say that. And the way that translates, so the way that is looked upon, like let's say if I made it to the pro level of announcing, the way that fucks them over. Imagine Downstar pays Jeff Bezos $100,000 a year to run their boats, and they hear me saying their driver sucks. Well, why should I pay you? I just took money off your plate.
Yeah.
Because of my opinion.
For sure.
And I've understand that. So it's like, as going into 24, I'm gonna be a little nicer.
Yeah.
Just keep it funky. Just keep the commentary flavorful, but at the same time, I don't want to disrespect any drivers.
No, I feel you, and that's the way that I look at things. Is that the main objective is to get whatever my message is out, and I have to figure out different ways of getting the message out to the masses. It's just like when you have employees, you can't talk to every single employee the same way, because one person deals with it one way, one person deals with it the other way. But you want to be able to just like get the job done, whatever the fuck it is, to get the job done. And then it does make sense where it's just like, well, if you're not tough enough, like toughen up or whatever. But then you gotta think about that. Like when we were growing up, I know when I was getting taught lessons from my father, it was like, you're doing this because I said. Like, well, if you would have fucking told me why you're saying it, if you would have kind of just talked to me like a human, like, I'm telling you, don't do that because this could happen. And then if that happens, then this is, all right. So that's how I talk to my son now. I'll tell my son, look, if you do this, then this could happen or whatever. When very well, I could be like, don't do this because I said. Yeah. And then that's like,
well, why?
Yeah. Well, why, you know? And that could be a thing. Like, you guys, if you're not going to come out here and do your best, like you're taking a spot for somebody else, you're wasting money, you're wasting your time. Like, you don't want to be doing that. Yeah. You know, like bills are expensive right now. Tires are expensive. Come on, man. Like, let's do it. You need help with anything? You let me know. We'll get you a situation. I want everybody to have a good time.
See, that's not my approach. Yeah. Yeah, that's not my approach at all. My approach is like, these are grown men. But Facts. I understand that. It's one of like victim of circumstance. Like you get to, and it's happened to all of us. You come well prepared, then you get to the track, car won't start. Yeah. What the fuck? And then you're sitting here like, bro, I already paid, I already drove this far, car won't start. And you're sitting here like, well, your turn's already up. You missed qualifying. And then it's like, all right, you get home, then the car just turns on.
Oh shit!
And you're like, what the fuck?
It's because you yelled at me. That's why.
That's what I be thinking.
It is.
That's what I tell people, and this is what I mean when I tell people, cars have a soul, and the soul comes from us. That's why I love engine swaps. The reason why I love engine swaps is because you took something that had a very normal shelf life, gets to live an extraordinary life, like the K-swap. Think about all those TSXs, all those elements, all those Accords that were just going to be a regular ass Accord its whole life. Now that engine becomes a race motor. You give it a purpose. Like when people do LS swaps, you took a truck engine that was just going to be a truck, and now it's living a race life. It's like if somebody was like, hey Frank, you wanna be a boxer? Like, I guess, yeah, like I'll train you up, I'll get you ready. Like, I'm not gonna say you're the best boxer, but you'll be able to hang with the big dogs. Like, bet, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You took a normal person's life, not that say you're normal, just took a normal thing and made it extraordinary.
Yeah.
And that's why I love like engine swaps in that sense. And it's like even with cars, like it's like, bro, like this shit nice.
For sure.
This shit nice. So like even with the drivers, like I understand. Like you just gotta, I don't know how you talk to your car. I call my cars my sons. I try to wash them. I try to talk to them. Like even when I'm like, you ready? You want to do something? Like when I was at that Zoomies event, say, do you want to do a burnout in this car? I was like, I don't know if I want to do a burnout, but in my head I'm like, yeah, nigga, I want to do a burnout. but this was the flex. This was the flex, and this is not to belittle anybody. The Donut Media boys showed up. It was James and Little Hilton, all that. I know them dudes. Very cool dudes. They came up in this wet ass E36 4-door on VSKFs. Some dudes, oh shit, these motherfuckers got VSKFs. I'm sitting here like, I ain't got VSKFs. But then he's, oh shit, this nigga got perfect sail on the side of his Skyline. I'm like, I do. But then I end up doing a burnout. I do a burnout, do a sitter, car gets sideways, and I ended at the Donut Media booth. And then one of the dudes look at me like, they look at them like, you gonna do that? And then I just said something super slick out the mouth. I said, that's the difference between when you own your shit and somebody else builds your shit. And just drove it away. And what I mean by that, it was no disrespect to them. And what I meant by that, like, this is Gary King Jr.'s car. This isn't Hoonigan's car. This isn't fucking Gretty's Motorsports car. This isn't Haltech's car. This is my fucking car.
For sure.
The title is in my name. They break that shit, they gonna have to answer somebody. I break my shit, I answer to me and For Matthew and Gilbert. And it's like, bro, you fucked your shit up again? What'd you do? Like, probably did a burnout too long, sitting on limiter, like shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what I have to worry about, because there's like consequences and repercussions. Because it's like the cars that I use to do shit are not always content based. So if it breaks, like the R33 oil pan, it's got a mean link in it. Because I took it over Valvoline. They stripped the drain bolt.
Oh shit!
I found another drain bolt that fit, but then it's just leaking because the first couple threads are stripped, so it's just leaking past it, which is shitty. But
should have took it to Walmart.
Should have did it myself. Should have less. I was like, you know what? The Valvoline people, they got a 350Z outside on a stand stuff. I trust them, but it's just
when you go to those places, you got to look it up on Google Earth. And you do the aerial, and then you can see like the U-turns that they make from when it drips. You know, however big that line is, or however dark it is. And you're like, it's probably not the jiffy I need to be at.
Nah, not no more. Motul came through and they said, hey, listen, pretty much, hey, listen, stop fucking around.
Living life, bro.
Here's some oil.
Look at you.
I'm happy. Like I said, I am very blessed. Because it's one of those things, like if I would never thought I'd be here, bro. I thought I'd be in a factory all my life building F-35s or being at SpaceX doing like looking at rocket shit.
Yeah.
But like I'm here.
Hell yeah.
I'll take it as long as the wheels are spinning. I'm there for it. If it's not, then shit, it was a good ride.
So with all of the influencer space and like content creating space, do you ever feel like there's any sort of like competition between you, your team, and like other automotive content creators?
In my head, my competition is me. Like I don't worry about the comparison is always like, are you worried about what Hertz doing? No. I looked up to him. Like I'll be very. I looked up to him because it was like, bro, this is a brother with some style that likes what I like, and it's in his different avenues.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Mike. They're like, Mike, it's your boy, right? Like he's doing shit. Like I'm proud for him doing his thing because he made his lane. But what I'm worried about is me. So every day it's a battle against me. And when I say there's a battle against me, like the YouTube space is so, it's like it's not like basketball. There's no championship in this content shit because everybody can win. Like in the podcast space, there's not like here's a Grammy for a podcast. It's like, no, like you did good this week. Guess what? You get paid. Guess what? I like your podcast. You get paid. The goal is to always make the money. So for me, it's like I'm moving at a pace where the only person that hurts my progress is me. And when I say that, even like when I told you I'm taking my health more seriously, like that took a lot because it's me fighting old Gary. Old Gary wants to pound 2 large pizzas and a 2-liter of Sprite.
2 large pizzas.
2 large pizzas and a 2-liter Sprite.
Cap. What kind of pizzas?
Bro, Shakey's Bunch of Lunch. Ask anybody.
2 large?
2 large pizzas.
So that's like
2
two
large.
of them.
2 of them.
Why would you do that?
Because I can.
Damn, that's crazy. I wish I could.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like it's over. That's what those gluttony. I was overeating. I was legitimately overeating. Crazy. And the thing is, like, I would I would depress eat. Like right now, my car don't work. You know how badly I just want to down a 20-piece nugget. Don't need to. Like, and I'm eating nuggets like chips. I'm like eating them like chips, or was eating them like chips. So so for me, there is no like moderation. Like it's either I'm all in or I'm all out.
So food was your comfort?
Yeah, food was very much my. Even as a little kid, like bro, I get picked on and shit. Being the musty kid, being the musty, smelly kid in elementary. Go, yeah, I eating hot dogs. Pause. I was over here eating 4. Oh, fucking. But that's what I do because it's like love. There's love, like like hey man, I love you. Cool. That whatever. Fucking, I don't feel that. I want food. I need something physically to feel. You feel me? Like you feel pain. You feel anguish. You feel heartbreak. You feel joy. I feel food. And that was one of those things, realizing like right now, like what was it, last year I went to the doctor. Doctor was like, hey bro, you got pre-diabetes and high blood pressure. You're 345 pounds this young. Do you want to live a long time? My girlfriend's in the back. He's gonna die. But it's one of those things, like it's a wake up call. Like, bro, you're 345 pounds. It's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I'm damn near fitting in 4Xs now. Like this is a 2X now. So I literally made but it was like an on off switch. I switched on I'm not gonna eat any food any bad anymore. Switched that button on, started doing jiu-jitsu and all that, then lost some weight, and then all right, I started getting back on my bullshit overeating, and then you could see it. Like back on camera, oh, there go that fat ass motherfucker again. And now it's like, bro, like the realization that hit me again, like we put a car on a trailer, and sometimes trailer doors with the car won't open. I gotta hop out the window, bro. I'm trying to. I look like a motherfucking rag doll trying to get out the window, but it's like realizing, like, bro, you gotta take your health seriously. Yeah, like you're too young to be feeling like this. Like I'm trying to like, there's an appearance that I want to have, and to have that, like, I'm not saying being fat. Nothing wrong with being fat. Nothing wrong with being a large person, but I know what I want. Yeah. And that's what I like. That's why I'm my own worst enemy. Like staying away from. How weird it feels sometimes. Like we go out to eat. Like I go to Cheesecake Factory. Can I get like a ribeye steak and a salad and some green beans and a water with lemon? You ain't gonna eat no bread. You ain't gonna eat no mashed potatoes. What's wrong with you? Like, bro, I gotta do better. And then people start like questioning you about why aren't you doing better? Y'all was rewarding me for eating 2 large pizzas. Y'all was rewarding me for eating 40 nuggets. Damn, this motherfucker can sure put it down, but when I want to eat healthy, like this isn't people on my team, it's just people in general. Yeah. So it's like I gotta do better. For sure. If I ever had, like, you understand, like you got a kid. If I ever want to have a kid and be here longer, 2 large pizzas is not gonna help me see my kids walk to graduation or get married. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gotta tap in, and you just gotta make those changes. And it's hard, especially since it's something that you've done your whole entire life. It is. It's like, but in my head, it's like, bro, you know what pizza tastes like? For sure. Bro, my go-to is chicken bacon pepperoni with pineapple. Oh, wow. Yes. That was, or like throw a jalapeno on there. That was good. I was set. And then the Sprite, the cool, crisp, protecting face. But that's what you that's it. You crack that Sprite, that McDonald's Sprite, and then the motherfucker fizzles. Like when you take off the lid, and it's just
tickling you, bro. Pause.
But this like I don't need that.
Yeah.
I'll drink a LaCroix. It's not the same. Sparkling water is not the same, but it hit harder.
Gives you the bubbles.
It gives so this is
spice. It's a little spicy.
And that's what I was like. My homie who's a former drug addict, he's like, bro, I commend you. Like, it's hard to break an addiction. Like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna go back to eating 2 large pizzas, but I don't want to go back to eating 2 large pizzas. That shit make you like feel like, bro. It's like it make you feel like shit.
Hell yeah.
Like I felt like hella shit. Like to the point where it's just like, bro, like you can physically feel shitty, like greasy and fat. I don't want that no more.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, congratulations.
Oh, thanks. It's just a small road. It's still got a long way to go.
Well, I mean, even getting to the point where you realize that there's a problem and that you're doing something about it, you know, that's huge right there, because some people, but they never realize that they even have a problem, or they don't even think about it being a problem. It's like, damn, man, you're cheating yourself out of so much life.
And that's what it hit different when you're doing like adult relations, and you're like, why are you out of breath? And I'm catching a cramp right now, smashing. Like, oh, let me lay down. and my girlfriend, she's like, are you okay? Do you need a break? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Well, that's good that you can kick yourself in the ass, you know.
I got because like I don't have nobody to fall back on. Like my cousin, like the 2 hardest people are my cousin and probably Zach. My cousin, like, could have done this better. Should do more. Like, but it's like if people, like even my girl, like if there's not somebody, I have more people, like 3 solid people. I got Matt, Josh, and Narina that are always like on my head about something. Always on my head, like, oh, bro, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you could be doing more, you could be doing that. And it's understanding if people aren't there telling you can do more, then you'll be comfortable. For sure. And I always like feeling uncomfortable. That's why Zach's always yelling at me. And people are like, you don't get tired of him yelling? I'm like, you don't understand. Like I come from a generation where like if somebody not putting their foot in your ass, then you're not going to do better. You'll never reach who you really can be. When people say, good job, man. You know what, Frank? You're really doing good, man. You're doing really good. Like, I appreciate that, but I love it more when you could be doing more.
For sure.
Why aren't you doing more? Like, huh? What you mean? Like, bro, you always say you're broke. Then why don't you do more about it? Like, I'm doing as much as I can. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Doesn't seem, and then that's the shit I love.
Yeah, because then it makes you think like, damn, maybe they got a point. You know, like I was telling you, I released that podcast last night. I have a week in between episodes, so I have a week to edit the podcast. I waited till the last fucking day. I'm like, fuck, man. All right, let's fucking tap in, bro. Stayed up till like 3:30 in the morning, and I woke up at 7. I'm like, all right, let's get it. You know, I don't like to do that because I like to get sleep. Yeah. But I'm like, man, if I went to sleep at like 10 every night, which anything after 10, I'm not really being productive. And if I woke up at like 4 every morning, 5 every morning, what more could I accomplish? What more things could I do? You know, how much further in my success, whichever success it could be, even if I fucking woke up in the morning, go for a run, go to the grocery store, get breakfast, and then cook for the family, whatever the fuck it is, something, water my grass in the morning, something that's like 3 hours that I could have just to myself, where nobody's asking for my time, where my phone's not blowing up, I don't have emails to be answering. And then I'm just thinking like, damn, why don't I do that? Because I'm a bitch. You know,
and that's like me. Like I set my alarm at 6 o'clock in the morning now. Usually I get up around 4 to like shit or piss or something. But like 6 o'clock, if I'm not up at 6 in the shower by like 6:30 and out at 7, then it's like the day is wasted. And like the way that, for example, my lady left to the airport today. It's like 3 in the morning. I was trying to sleep, but you know, she's hitting the texting back and forth. Get up at 6. If I had waited till like 7, that pushes everything out an hour. I gotta go to Haltech, look at my ECU, go to Hoonigan, pick up the trailer, podcast at 12. Then I still gotta go to Magnus, and I still gotta go back to the shop. I still gotta go get tires. All that becomes longer. Yeah. And it's one of those, number one, I want to be on time. I was like, bro, you said noon. I was like, bro, I'm gonna be here in 6 minutes, which was 12:06. To me, I'm late.
Yeah,
you're like, doggy, I'm not tripping, but it's like punctuation. If you're not early, then you're late.
Yeah.
So it's like starting your day at 6. Like, I barely sleep now. I maybe get a solid 4 hours of sleep if I'm lucky, because my mind's always going. It's like, oh man, we could do this, we could do that, we can do this, we can do that. Just write it down, or I'll forget. And it's hard to sleep knowing you got, like, you same thing, creative. Always something in the pipeline, always something new. Like, hey man, we should do this. Hey man, bro, you know they putting fucking Downstar bolts on Teslas now. What? Motherfucker, what? Yeah. Now it's a new market. Now you got to think, what can you cater to? What can you do? Like for us, even at Booty Hustlers, it was like, the shitty thing is like, for us, it's like my cousin and I had this vision. Like, bro, we were putting cars on shirts before they became big in the mainstream. Not saying that we were the first. NASCAR did it first. They had a bunch of people putting cars on shirts, but we had an idea. We should do this and we should do that. Yeah. And then sure enough, somebody else did it. And it was one of those waiting around for people and everything, like being a victim of the sometimes hustlers get hustled. And it's one of those things like, hey bro, can you do this for us? Sure, man, pay me, whoop de whoop. Then that. But then it comes to like getting that routine. Like my cousin gets up every day at like 4 a.m, goes to the gym, goes on a walk. But it's like because we share the fitness app.
Oh, okay.
on the phone.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's like, yo, Josh just finished his total bike training, his total hike training. So I'm like, oh, he's on his shit. With him, he's trying to lose weight. He's a bigger dude. He's like 6'8", was like 550. Now he 400. His goal is to get back to 200. Our goal is to get back to high school weight. I want to be 250. Realistically, 220 would look nice. But 250 is at like that solid, like, oh, you kind of lift weights, kind of like you can muscle a nigga around. Like, yeah. So just that. Just little shit. Little shit, waking up early, stretching, getting a routine down. I get up 6 o'clock, do the sheets, kiss my teddy bear, kiss Joel the ostrich, look up at the sky, thank God, say what's up to grandma if she listening, if she made it up that high, and just start the day. And then I start the day and I listen to the same song every day. I play like Man in the Box by Alice in Chains. I'll listen to that. Or just something like get me going, like that shit, Rooster, Mario Judah, Benny the Butcher, shit like that, like Joey Badass. I've been listening to like people remixing like cartoon songs, so it's like emo version of Arthur. So I'll listen to but shit that gets me in the
fuck?
Yeah, but it's like shit that gets you in the right mood, like to start the day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, put that Muppet Baby shit back
That's
on.
what I'm saying, bro. Put that motherfucking Tiny Toons Adventure on for
Run
the one
that
time.
shit back. The DuckTales.
Oh, life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur.
Damn,
yep.
bro. That's funny.
That's what I really be on. Like my brain really be on cartoons, cars, and random shit. Super duper random shit.
And jacking off.
Bro, let me tell you something. Bro, when my lady was out of town, 10 times.
Gone.
Easy.
You know, do you know who Mr. Organic is?
Mr. Organic?
Yeah.
Who's that?
You don't know Mr. Organic?
Who's that?
Oh, shit. Okay. Do you know who Tall Guy Car Reviews, I think
I've heard of that. The black dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his homie is Mr. Organic.
Okay.
So Mr. Organic, he just became fucking, I forget his story. You should look him up. He's just funny ass fool. And super successful, rich or whatever. He came up with that guy. I guess they moved from I don't know what state, but then they moved here, and then he just started hustling. And
okay.
He just blew up, Mr. Organic. And I saw a podcast clip because he has a podcast, and they always like talk about sex and shit. This dude is like horny ass,
big
fool,
horny,
right?
big nasty.
Big horny ass, nasty fool. You know, gets mad bitches. So I get it. Whatever. Good for you, doggy.
Yeah.
But he was saying that like he doesn't jack off, and I'm like, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, it's like. It's real suspect if you think about it. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And he starts to break it down. He's like, yeah, you know, you got your shit in your hand, and you laying down, and you got tissues and nut in your stomach and shit. I'm like, damn, you kind of got a point.
First of all, who's that on their stomach? What are we in high school, bro? The fuck? Shoot that shit.
Shoot it up. Maybe he hasn't jacked off since then.
Maybe.
He's like, you just kind of suspect. You trying to hit the ceiling and shit. What the fuck kind of shit you doing?
I do be on trying to hit the ceiling type shit. I'm gonna be like, bro, it'd be sometimes that I'd be like, damn, it went that far. And I'll be looking like, damn.
You got to give it the thrust.
It sounds like a thud. Like, yo, that's my nut hitting a wall right now.
Oh, shit. But yeah, sometimes I'd be like, I don't even know if this is the thing for me no more, dog.
Ain't nobody going to take away my jacking off, bro. Yeah. That's my time. That's me.
You know what? For me, dog, is like I always take away things from me that I enjoy. And it's like, you know, I stop drinking.
Good for you.
Stop smoking. I'll smoke every once in a while, but not like every night.
Okay.
You know, I'm just like dialing back on like certain foods. And my wife's like, why are you always doing this? And now I'm thinking about not jacking off no more.
Bro, you can't do
that. What the fuck, dude? I don't even drive my car no more. I'm in my own prison. I'm in my own prison.
You're a victim of yourself.
Yeah. Discipline.
Is that discipline?
I guess so.
Smoking, drinking, okay, those are enablers for some people.
Jacking off too much,
bro. There's no such thing. Well, that's what they say. If because you're jacking off too much, you become kind of porn addiction, and then you look at women in a different way.
Well, hey, the porn shit, because you got to think about it. Like, how many of these girls are in this situation because they're just like, oh, like a healthy career versus not, dude. Like they have some trauma or some shit. Like
some of them just hoes, bro. Some of them just hoes. Like I'll be on Instagram, and I kid you not, I'll go to my explore page right now, and it's cars, horror movies, Transformers, and bitches. That's literally what it is.
Dog, what the fuck, bro? That is random.
I'm super random.
Super random, dog. But I don't know. If I'll probably just take it down to like once every couple hours or something like
jacking
that.
Off?
Yeah.
Bro, it just depends. Like you start the day off, get it out, take a little nap, might hit another one, hit the shower.
Yeah, so then I was listening to like Mr. Organic. I'm like, yeah, that shit's sus. Jacking off, and then you see like Wolf of Wall Street. It's like you gotta jack off if you want to be straight minded. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I need to straighten out my mind right now. And
exactly.
I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know who to listen to.
Bro, you gonna listen to Wolf of Wall Street based on a true story or do it on a podcast?
True.
That's the way you gotta look at it.
I always wanted a Countach.
I want an F40. And if jacking off get me an F40, so be it. Hey, how'd you get that car? Jacking off.
Jacking off.
A straight mind leads to a healthy process.
When Noel, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Noel hit me up, and he was telling me like that you wanted to get stuff for the supercharger. I'm like, yeah, what's the email? And he was telling me. I'm like, wait, what is that? And he told me. I was like, that's one of those emails where you're like signing up for something that's like gethead69 at gmail.com.
Did he give you my Gary at bootyhustlers.com email? So break it down. Booty Hustlers has nothing to do with booty. Okay. My Uncle Gabe, God rest his soul, I was working computer store in the airport and riding BMX. And he, if you out here still booty hustling, so you bust your ass for what you want. That's what booty hustling is. So for everybody, it's like, oh man, you hustling that booty? Yes, always. And the number one thing is I bust my ass every day for what I want. That's literally what this is.
Oh shit! All right.
And it's really for the it just when you start, like I told my cousin, like I want to start a company called Booty Hustlers. Like he's like, nigga, it's gonna be hard, but it's one of those things. Like I sit here in meetings, $1 million companies take us seriously. Like the first time we took us seriously was a Ford dealer, Santa Margarita Ford, out in like Orange County. Booty Hustlers, what's that all about? Told him that, showed him the videos that we do, and it was like, wow, that's really different, man. And they took us seriously, had a cool little deal where they let us borrow a Raptor for like a year when my cousin got his Raptor. So he had like a 3rd gen, I had a 2nd gen. And it was like, you know how powerful it is walking into a corporate meeting looking like this and having them trust you with the namesake? And then they start to notice the name around. Like, I was driving down the street, I saw a car with a Booty Hustlers banner. You sure did.
How did you get a Raptor?
My cousin?
No, like how did they just let you borrow?
So the way it worked was for the Raptor, we made content with the Raptor, and then they eventually sold it because it was like a commercial. Because the whole thing is like, and this is when you get to a certain car, you only hear about it. Like when you think of the TRX, like what the fuck's a TRX? What the fuck is a McLaren? What the fuck is a Ferrari? You always hear names, but you never have somebody to show you what it does.
Yeah.
So when we got the Raptor, it was one of those, like, my cousin got the Raptor. They gave him the sponsorship deal was, we'll give you sticker on all the cars, because at the time it was dealer markup. So now sticker is like the best deal you can get. There's no more haggling the dealership. So they said, we'll give you sticker on the 3rd gen. The 3rd gen sticker was under 100. Markup was like 130, 150. So they gave him the deal, and then it was like, as a return, we'll show you what we can do. They gave me the 2nd gen, was making content with it. Would you believe Ford trusted me with a Raptor? They trusted you with a Raptor? Oh, what the fuck is a Raptor? Oh, you don't know what a Raptor is? A V6 twin turbo off-road truck. What do you mean? Like, you can put this motherfucking 4 high and drive through the sand. What? Where'd you get it from? Santa Margarita Ford. Oh my goodness. And it sold. As soon as I was done with it, it sold, because they wanted the truck that I had. And it just worked that way. But then the conclusion was, it was like, we appreciate what you guys did for us and everything, but we don't really need help selling these trucks. They sell themselves. And I was like, thank you. They weren't unappreciative. They were like, we appreciate everything you did for us. What you did helped. But at the same time, it's just not working out right now, budget wise. Like, we don't have, it was more or less pretty much like, you did promo for us, thank you. You got a truck out of it, thank you. Going into next year, we don't see a real budget, because it doesn't help or hurt to have you. Gotcha. It did help, yes, but the truck was going to sell regardless, with or without you. People just got to see what it did because of you, and we appreciate that.
Gotcha.
And I was like, you know what? Thank you, because you took a company like Booty Hustlers, with the wild name it is, and I even did. This is what I remember. I was talking to my boy at Falcon. I was like, "You ever think it'll be a chance for Falcon to work with Booty Hustlers? He's like, you want to be honest?" I was like, he's like, "Fuck no." He was like, "Our dudes are super conservatives, Japanese dudes. They see the name, they're gonna think wrong." And he's like, I don't want to deter you from it, but it's just not for us. Cool. Now I got a company, Motegi Wheels, sponsors Booty Hustlers events. Hoonigan helps out with Booty Hustlers. Will Pros does stuff with us. And that's a bigger global umbrella, because these are people who make damn near $1 million a day that take me seriously and take us seriously, because they understand that we're tapped in with the younger generation. Like, it's not through the history of time. There's 3 things people want: free shit, hyped up shit, and to feel a part of something. Pull up to a skate demo, throwing out shirts, throwing out stickers, taking pictures with kids. They feel like they're part of the brand. Talk to a kid for a minute. Talk to each kid for a minute. Give them your little bit of time. Means the world to them. Yeah. Same thing in the car world. It's just, I never got to be a pro BMXer, so this is the closest thing I'm gonna get. Getting products from companies, getting money from companies, getting paid to travel the world. Like, literally, like, bro, like every other week I'm on the road, and they pay for it.
When did you realize that you had this skill of promoting, connecting?
Recently. It was one of those things, because at first it's like you send an email and you get some stuff, but then it's like, really, like, this year's where I honed it in. I'd say, because thanks to my cousin, he was like, bro, the shit you do on the video. So what I do is like POV reviews, 30 seconds to a minute, because the attention span of the average human is dwindled down because of social media. So if you can get them, I learned at Hoonigan, if you can get them in that first couple seconds, then you're good. For example, if I was like, you want to see this shiny motherfucking bolt right here? They'd be like, whoa, what is that? This is a titanium hardware from Downstar. What does that mean? That this is corrosion resistant. What's corrosion? Rust. So you see your grandpa's car wasting away in the backyard, getting all rusty. You don't got to worry about this. And they're like, what is it backed by? Well, I went to aircraft school. Certain things are zinc plated or zinc coated, because when an airplane's in the sky, you can't have fatigue on bolts. So zinc makes it better. And they're like, what? I can put this on a car? You sure can, motherfucker. Go here. And they're like, wow. But it's learning. It was learning that I could do that, because before I would just say shit, but it's learning how to say shit. And that's when you become valuable to a company. Because everybody wants something. Like my cousin Cyril, big influencer on TikTok. He's a fashion dude. And he literally told us back in the day, he's like, y'all niggas watch this. They're going to pay me to wear clothes. We're like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is like before. This was like right at that thing where internet people were cringy, where you should let me into your restaurant because I'm somebody. Now restaurants are like, we need influencers. And he's like, sure as daylight, bro, he be putting that on. I'm like, these outfits are fucking goofy to me, but that's fashion. Bro, wearing jorts, Those there's new shoes with the flames on the side of them. They little skate looking shoes, little baggy old school Looney Tunes shirt, and a cool little cool little fitted hat. I'm like, damn, bro, you look like a creative skater off Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Creative.
But he got that on though. I won't ever tell him that because he gonna get a big head. But that's just the world we live in. And it's crazy. See, on my end, it's like I sit here and companies like, well, what can you do for us? And I'm like, well, let me prove it to you. Seeing is in the pudding, right? I'll do 5 things, 30 seconds each. Like, how'd you do it so fast? Like, how did you do that? Like, I didn't come here to bullshit you. I came here to show you what the potential of your product was. Like with Magnus and Superchargers, same thing. Met them, just told them like, hey, I want to put a supercharger on my car because my grandfather's engine, it tells us, that was a story. That's the true story. My grandfather had this engine. He always told me as a kid it was twin turbo supercharged. It wasn't. So I put a motherfucking supercharger on his old engine. And he saw it and he loved it. Yeah. But the way that works for them is like, well, how do you help us? It's just through promotion. I'm not trying to run your shit. I'm not trying to be the face of your company. Let me coach you on what to do. You'll be successful. We all win. I'm about the bigger picture. I don't want the MVP. I want the fucking championship trophy. I could care less about my accolades. If we win as a team and we get that trophy together, we win.
Yeah. Damn. Scotto saw something.
I mean, yeah. That's what I be thinking. Like my mentality right now is no disrespect. Kim Block did pass away. Rest in peace, Kim Block. But that doesn't mean we stop.
Yeah.
When Kobe died, did the Lakers stop playing basketball? Fuck no. The motherfuckers went for a championship and they got it. And that's what I want for the company, for myself, because it's like, I understand that a crucial part of the company passed away. I got to meet him. He was a cool ass. From what I met him from, he was a cool ass dude. Talked about Star Wars. Every time I saw him, chopped it up about Star Wars because the last thing I want to do is bug a race car driver about cars. Mm-hmm. I want to know who you are as a person. And finally met him like 3 times. Each time he was super chill. Got to see him drive. Hyped him up once to do this thing, and that was like damn, I hyped him. Then he passed away. And then the takeaway from that was it's like, life is, bro, was only 50 something. Only 50 something.
Yeah.
Like if you really think about it, we're like a decade and some change away from 50. This man raced up Pikes Peak, has a daughter that raced up Pikes Peak, made multiple iconic driving films, and just died from not even driving. Like, I'm sure you've known people that have heart attacks and drop dead. So it's like, I want to give it, like now, like my motivation is like, I want to fucking give it my all. Like number one, and I hate to say the chips are already stacked against me because I'm a person of color. I don't care what nobody fucking says or how society looks at things. It's like, there's like my look on a certain other person works well, but for me, I have to keep the jargon. I have to keep whatever fucking flies out my mouth. I don't know when it'll fly out. It just comes out. Like when we're shooting, they're like, "You ready, Gary? Like, you know what you're gonna say?" I'm like, "Just fucking hit play. Just hit record, and I'll just make it work." And I always make it work. I doubt myself if it works, but the process proves that it works. So for me, like my goal, I want everything that's mine. And when I say that, like when you asked earlier, do I see any of these dudes as my competitors? I don't see them as my competitors, but I want what you got. And you're either going to get down or you're going to lay down.
Damn.
Just like that. And when I say that, I'm not saying like, it ain't no like, fuck you. It ain't no fuck you. It ain't no fuck you. None of that. It's just like, I see what you got and I know I can put my twist on it to get what I need. And the biggest contributor of people who put me on game, like I hit up Randy from Eliminate, like, hey bro, what camera gear you use? Oh, I use this, and this. Oh, what's the settings? I use this, and this. Or I asked TJ Hunt, like, hey TJ, what like whoop-de-whoop. Oh, you should like, this is what I do. Bet.
Yeah.
Even the one thing that really opened my eyes to all that, I went to Adam LZ's, like before he had the compound, he opened his door to me and I was in there like, bro, I'm sitting in his warehouse. He got people working for him, doing shirts and shit. He's like, this shit tight, huh? And I'm like, what? Did you just like, he opened up as a real person. I'm like, bro, this is fucking very motivational. You got motherfuckers working on your car. You making content. You just pulled up in a Porsche you just bought.
Damn.
And I'm sitting here like, I could do this.
Yeah.
I can, and there's no cap. I don't give myself, well, I only want to do this, I only want to do that. And it's understanding I have a backing. Hoonigan's not like, don't do what you don't want to do. We succeed if you succeed. So do what you need to do within reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, bet, I'll do that. So yeah, people say, oh, you're not on a TJ Hunt level, you're not on an Adam LZ level. Some people say some slick shit like that. And I don't ever mean to sound arrogant or cocky. I'll look at them like, I'm not on their level, but I got someone backing me that's on their level.
Yeah.
The big homie put me on. Hence Mickey. The big homie put me on. Hence Scotto. The big homie always has fucking faith in his people.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you, dog. You're opening my eyes to a lot of shit, dude. Like, I just need to take shit to the next level, you know?
That's really what like this number one thing that opened my eyes this past like couple weeks. Talking to this dude Dave Ingen. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. He runs a series called Drift Games.
Okay.
Big fucking shit drift masters in Ireland and all that. Fucking shitting on not shitting on FD, but it's one of those like he got seats filled to the brim. Quality driving. These motherfuckers drive hard. And he was like, everybody can drive these days. Everybody can drift. It's not hard. But what separates is you having some clean ass shit. Ain't no more like in my life. Even my boy Tim told me this. He's like, Gary, you got the potential. Your shit just look rinky dink. And it hurts to hear that, but it's true, bro. I got cars with no side skirts, missing cracked headlights, fuzzy ass headlights. Who wants some shit like that? I don't give a fuck how many followers I got, what kind of reputation. Ain't nobody want no musty looking Skyline at their booth. And that's like on the level on 2024. Whoever's watching this, cut the musty shit out. Like, I hate to say it. Like, you'll catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, some bees, or whatever the analogy is.
Yeah. Like
2024, like I'm putting my foot on motherfuckers' necks. And when I say that, I'm putting metaphorically my foot on my neck. Whatever Gary was doing before ain't gonna be what Gary doing next year.
For sure.
Like, yeah, I got a supercharger on my car with a V8 in the Skyline. That motherfucker better look crisp. Cause the number one well, his headlights musty. Well, he ain't got side skirts. Well, he's got a crack butt. I don't want to hear that.
For sure. And it's easy to fall into the category of, well, I'm a drifter.
That's
the
no
bar's
excuse.
not high.
That's no excuse. Like, you built this car, right? You knew what you was getting into when you started sliding it. Make that like one dude I can say always clean. Otis Dixon, S15, Rodney Monati's car, Hurt. Always those three dudes come to mind when I think of like level of like cleanliness. Otis shit always to the T. He got an S15. Rodney's shit always to the T. With a 434. Hurt, all his cars look the same fucking color. Granted, the financial may not be there for me, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
I can find somebody who wants to help me out and just exchange content for some work.
For sure.
But like the thing is like how do I put this? They ain't no more excuses no more. Like every kid out there is coming. Like in my head, there's always some kid coming for my spot. Granted, is God gifted to me. The universe gave this to me. Jesus Christ, all those factors, like the universe, God, and Jesus. The people say the Mother, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Like, I got my own beliefs. Like, grew up in a religious house, but what I'm saying is like, bro, whatever God gave me, he's like showing me like, hey, bro, like you can do this. And when he's saying like, think of how many people are in the world. And he gave this to me. Yeah. Here's your responsibility. Run with it however you want to. And then the devil's like, oh, I see you doing good, big homie. Yeah, like here's something to distract you. The distraction is my self-doubt. Looking at other people's shit and be like, damn, why I'm not on their level. Looking at XYZ's car like, damn, they shit clean. Why my shit not clean? Yeah. Nah, fuck that. Like that's what that's meant to do. It's meant to deter you from your path. And whatever I can't tell you, well, my path is going to be FD champion. I don't want that. My path is I want to do dope shit, see the world, and have fun with my homies. If I start a family, I start a family. And I want my family to live like off the shit I did. Like here, like my time's done. Son or daughter, here's the cars. If you want to sell them, start a business, do whatever you do. I'm here to support you. And that's why I want to just lay a foundation That way it's like I don't have to worry about nothing. Every day it's like, bro, like I get up and I think, bro, I live in a place with AC and heat. I have luxuries.
For sure.
And growing up, no, bro, we didn't have no AC. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z in Spanish.
Yeah.
On Dragon Ball Zeta on Telemundo. And it wasn't that we were poor. Grandma was just like, bro, why I'm going to pay for you to watch TV? TV's free.
Yeah.
Just find something to watch or play outside. I'm over here really watching Frieza talking shit to the motherfucking Goku in Spanish. I'm like, I'm watching motherfucking Plaza Sésamo. You feel me? I'm sitting here really watching this shit like, damn, this entertaining. Yeah. Don't know no Spanish. I'm like, why Big Bird look like confetti for the one time? But that's the kind of shit. Like, I didn't have Jordans growing up as a kid. I had Vans. I remember Grandma had to break her pockets buying some like Tony Trejo. What's the TNT Vans? Like the skate. I forgot his name, but I had some TNTs and some Jeff Raleigh 3s. The XLT 3s, man, I loved them, but they was expensive back then. $60 for some Vans when you can get some slip-ons or some old schools for $25 from the warehouse shoe sale.
Yeah,
bro, that was luxury to me. And it wasn't that we were poor; it just we weren't about to live outside our means. Like you either eat or you get shoes. Well, you big, right? You got to eat, so we got to eat.
Yeah,
can't have all the video games, but luckily I had people around me who had games. My boy Mike down the street. He had all the video games. I'd be at his house. His mama dip. Here's $20 real quick. Go order you a stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. He got top ramen and all that. I'll bring some back to the house for grandma.
Yeah.
You feel me? And she wasn't tripping because she had a job with the county. She was working at the little courthouse and shit, doing her shit. So I was like, yeah, you need something to the house? Give Miss King something, like, bet. So the neighborhood always looked out. So I didn't have cable till I was like 13, 14. So I came in the tell beginning of the Majin Buu saga. Like, what's this? I had to hear about Super Saiyan, all them motherfuckers, like, through motherfuckers' windows, watching all that through the window at the homie's house. And street lights come on, so you can't just stay up and watch. You can't. How you gonna explain? Well, street lights is on. Why the fuck you ain't in the house? Well,
yeah.
But that's what I really want. Like,
yeah, that shit's a superpower. Now, back in the day, it was. Probably looked at it and you're like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that. But now that shit gives you the discipline. It's like, man, you're the people that competition or the spot that you want to be at. Maybe their bottom was like, damn, that's a ceiling to me.
Yeah.
Like if they fall to a level, that's going to be crushing. Like if I lose my business, I'm like, all right, let's fucking figure something out.
It's and I understand
go
that.
Figure it out.
Like, remember when I sent you a picture of some bolts I had in my hand, and you were like, "Ugh, get them bolts out your hands. Yeah, go wash your hands." And I was like, "Oh," because they handed them to me like, "Hey, you should try these." And I was like, "Hey, look what I got." Felt like I was disrespecting you, bro. Just go to Oxnard, make the travel, say what's up, chit chat, go get the real shit.
I got you, dog.
And that was the thing. Like, but it's like my cousin, like, we don't sacrifice in our merchandise. We don't sacrifice quality for nothing. Yeah, we could have made Booty Hustler shit on Pro Clubs.
Yeah,
Shaka tees before Shaka became better quality, but we researched. Like I told him, like the hoodies, I was like, bro, Hoonigan make these fucking awesome ass hoodies I want. And he was like, bet, I'll do that. And that's his strong suit. The gotcha. Marketing shit. Like, he can find the shit. I can talk about the shit.
Gotcha.
So, well, it's like, it's understanding. It's like, before we would butt heads because I was like, bro, I need you to do this. I'm not, and I'm like, I need you to do this. But it's understanding I'm not you and you're not me. You can't hype shit up the way I can. And there's certain little things you look for in the quality of material that you like. Mm-hmm. Like, and I tell people, like, and no disrespect, them old Hoonigan shirts was rough as fuck. Bro, I'd be shooting all day and my nipples be fucking sore because it'd be rough as shit. But now it's smooth. Now that shit's smooth. They trying, you know what I'm saying? They got little yammeens behind the shirts. But it just comes down to everything. Like the level of quality with the car builds, the level of quality appearance wise. Like when I go to SEMA, I'm gonna be all fresh shaven, hair braided, whatever.
Yeah.
Like fit that, put the glasses on and the hat. The glasses are my superpower.
Yeah.
I tell people because at those live events, like that shit's kind of scary, and I love it. And when I say it's kind of scary, you think there's like maybe 500 people watching you talk to them. And like when I see them, when I have the glasses on, they look like dots to me. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like they just turn into like blips but then the way I bring it back when it's time to give out stuff, then I was like, me. Then it just looks like I can see everybody individually. Then I like inside for like a quick second, I'm like, what the fuck am I do? And then this is when I turn it on. I want some free shit. Everybody wants. And then I hit him. Who's got a baby? Hold up your baby. And I hold up the baby, and I'll bring me your baby. And then I'll put the t-shirt, this big ass t-shirt on the baby, and it's this big ass t-shirt on, like, it's not a baby physically per se, but it's like a toddler. Yeah. And I'm like, this is the motherfucking. I don't say it like that, but like, this is the future right here. Like, yeah, the future. And I'm like, got out that one. Got it.
Tricked him again.
Yep. Just like that. Or what I'll do, I have a little push-up contest. Come do some push-ups. Big brolic lady hopped out last year. She was like my size. I want to do some push-ups. And I was like, uh-oh, what we gonna do here? She did the push-ups. She didn't win though.
Yeah.
She was like, I did them. I was like, you know what? I took the shirt off my back. Take this.
Oh shit.
Right then and there. And that shit connects with people more because they'll be like, that motherfucker really gave the shirt off his back to this lady. Like this random ass lady. She hit me up on fucking Facebook. I wash this shirt. I wear it every day.
No.
I'm very appreciative. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm very appreciative. I'm like, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what does it for me. That's like when like Money Make It Mitch says, I love the game.
I love the game.
When they cheer, when I see these people, the motherfucking inside me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what, no homo, that's what gets me off.
Yeah.
Like when there's no adrenaline rush, then having like last year at SEMA, I was like, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Hearing all those people yell SpongeBob SquarePants, just some wacky shit. Like, bro, like when you have a control, like a concert, that is such like a trip.
Yeah.
Seeing people repeat what you say or know the words you say, like,
you announcing ass motherfucker.
Yeah, just motherfucking entertaining.
Motherfucker.
Just like, who's this fucking
announcing
that goofy gay acting nigga with the comic books and the Transformers
jacking off,
right?
Hell yeah, bro. Good for you, Gary. I love it, dog.
I appreciate it, man. You know? I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I done seen you in the game for a minute. I don't know if everybody paid their roses or respect for you. A lot of companies done came and gone, but you stuck around.
Thank you, bro.
From the early 2000s till now. Like, you found a niche in each generation, and it's hard to keep that going.
Yeah.
Especially like every day something changes. At a moment, like I said, at a moment's notice, anything can happen, but you kept it funky. Like, you found alternative ways, and it just happened to work. Sometimes it don't. Like, unfortunately, like the Honda scene died out. EGs, Integras, all that died out, but then it's like a new reemergence. You got FRSs, you got BMWs. Now they want to get funky. Then after that, who God knows, but it's the one thing you still hear in business.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just every day I'm doing it, so it just all blends together. But it's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm still doing this shit. Doing something right.
What made you want to start this company?
From when I got my right-hand drive, I was painted the engine bay, wire tuck and everything, and I was putting it, because the car was from Japan, so it's missing a bunch of fasteners. So I sourced where to get some like dress-up stuff, because on the forums there wasn't anybody that really sold them. And then I would ask people that had them, and they wouldn't want to tell me where they got them from. So I ended up finding a spot, and then I put it on my build thread, and then people asked me like, hey, where'd you get it? And I was like, well, I got it if you need it, you know, $1 a piece or whatever. And that's basically how it started, 2009, and just started to roll from there. So then just started to go from fender washers to, you know, motor mount bolts, just the 3 long bolts, and then the rest of the bolts, and the engine, and then just snowballed, you know. But it's just, I don't know, I never feel comfortable. I never even feel like part of it all. I still feel like an outsider.
I know,
you know
exactly
what I mean?
What you mean, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's like, I know all of the people that I consider the movers and the shakers, like I know all of them, and like I work with them and shit, and then I still don't look at myself as that, you know?
And I can completely understand that.
And I don't know what it is. It's just the imposter syndrome, or me thinking that, well, I mean, it's just bolts. Like,
that's really what it is. That's what I've been told, the imposter syndrome, because you never think you're doing good enough when you're actually doing good, but you're not at the level you want to be at.
For sure.
Like even when I get my F40 and my lightning yellow R34, I'm still not content. Like, what's the next? I want a plane. I want me a 747 jet with Downstar bolts on it.
Hell yeah. Nah, but it's like it's gotten, for me, it's gotten past the point of material shit, and which is crazy because like I was so materialistic when I was younger. It's because I didn't have shit.
Same.
You know, so I wanted to fucking, when I started to get money, I wanted a Gucci belt. That was my shit. You know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have those Avisus. I got some money now. I want a Gucci belt. And now that I got means to buy things, I'm like, man, I don't even want to be buying shit. Well, what do you want? I just want to be podcasting and talking shit and entertaining people. Like, I don't even want this to be a business. I don't want sponsors, you know? Like, it's not even about that. It's just about like finding something that I enjoy and people enjoying my creativity. Whether it's me creating a podcast, me drawing a fucking picture, me coming up with a new bolt. When I think about coming up with new kits, it's not about like, oh, well, this kit, we project to sell this many kits. We'll go into this market or whatever. It's like, well, now people that have Mini Coopers have one more thing that they could do to their car that hopefully it brings them some sort of joy, you know?
Hell yeah.
And I don't know. It's crazy. It's like being an entrepreneur. It's like you're always just trying to figure out who you are all the time and what do you want.
And that's when it comes, like when we started this, the 9-to-5ers and the hustlers.
For
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? Like every day, like, yeah, like I said, granted, I have a job, but at the same time, I want more. Like I'm not super materialistic. Like, bro, if I get it, it's free. I'm not tripping. I'm not gonna go out and buy it. Like, I'm gonna go buy them pants one day.
Yeah.
Just because I got to.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just knowing like you can though, and that's like the greatest fulfilling. Like in my head, it's like bills are paid. I can go buy food. I don't got to worry about if I got to eat. I don't got to worry about if there's a roof over my head. I got a bed to sleep in. I got everything I need. The human comfort.
Yeah.
There's some people out there right now living in a car probably listening to this. Some people out there who don't know where their next meal's coming from.
For sure.
Bumming it on the homie's couch. But they won't be in that spot forever, I hope. And if they are, then best of luck to you.
At least for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
They'll have a good conversation to listen to.
Oh,
Laugh
definitely.
a little bit, you know, get some sort of gem from it or what have you. But it's like, if you ask me right now, what would I want to be doing? I want to go to the skate park. I want to go skate.
That sounds nice.
You know, right? I want to go skate.
What's your favorite skate trick?
I like to ollie stuff, dude. I like it, and it's like the most damaging because if you don't make that stair set or whatever, like that's a lot of impact. But once you land it, it's like, damn, that feels so good. That and then board sliding, that's my thing too. You know, so.
Are you a long rail board slider?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Just get mad speed, bro, and just fucking fuck it. Let's go for it, dude, and just fucking do it. And then that's what I would like to do. You know, if you were to ask me, well, I didn't have to work today, what am I gonna do? Oh, I would love to go skate, maybe learn a new trick or something, make some sort of content, you know. And when you say like content, it's like I want to make something that's artistic.
Yeah.
You know, there's a video that we always have a sale every year. It's called Bolt Friday. So for the whole entire year, we don't have any sales. We don't give discount codes, nothing. Because I want the product to hold value to it. But every year we have a sale for Black Friday. It's called Bolt Friday. So I always do like crazy promo coming up to it. And then one year, I think it was 2021, I did a video with my son. And the video, the whole premise was he got kicked out of the house. He goes to the shopping center where he does skate at, and he's skating right there. And then he's trying to find a place to stay. All his homies say, no, you can't stay there. So then he goes to the skate park because that's the other place that he has comfort. He's skating, still trying to figure it out. Fuck, he's hungry. So he goes to McDonald's. And then he's at McDonald's like, damn, I need to figure this shit out. So he's going to the shop, which is here, because he needs to talk to me, his dad, because he got kicked out. And he's like, fuck, I got to fix this shit. And then he gets here and they're camping outside. He's like, hey, what's this for? And they're like, Bolt Friday. And boom, and fucking sale and shit, you know? And like that shit is tight to me because it's like that people probably don't even understand the whole vision of that shit. But that could definitely be somebody's reality. Father that works too much. He's focusing on his sale, doesn't even know what's going on with this kid. The kid's a rebel because he doesn't have a father figure, and he's getting kicked out of the house. He's skating because that's the only comfort that he has, and he only feels comfortable at the skate park, you know? And there's so much shit in the content that I do has like this backstory to it, but it's like, I guess I just don't feed the machine enough where it gets enough attention where people will start asking questions like, oh, well, where did this idea come from? And I'm like, well, I'm glad you asked that, because it's not just like just some bullshit that I thought where it's just like, bing, bolts are on sale now, get it, you know?
Yeah,
like some like
you want to make it organic.
Yeah, which when you go organic, it's fucking hard, bro.
and I understand that, like, even with the reviews shit I do, because it's like you can't replicate the formula.
Yeah,
because you are the formula.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, all those other things you can do it where it's trendy, and it's like it works, but it's not me. So how much of me do I really want to sacrifice my creativity to make this sale popular? Or it's like an internal battle, you know? It's a battle with me, the business owner, versus me, the creative. And who's gonna win today, you know?
I understand that one.
Yeah. And it's only something that creatives actually understand, you know? Like, what's the reason that you want to be out there and do these videos and to be seen? And for me, it's like to be able to give what I have in my head to others, and hopefully they enjoy it like I hoped they would enjoy it, you know? Because you're like a cook.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I want to make this lasagna. Like, this shit looks good. Or I want to make this kale salad.
Yeah, that lasagna sounds smacking right now, bro.
You know, I want to make this lasagna. And I don't want to make this lasagna so people think of me as a godly figure, and for them to be like, God, I want to be like him because he makes the best lasagna, and fucking they're following me in my account and they're just like, you're the best lasagna. No, I want to make this fucking dish, and hopefully these people enjoy this dish. And when you do that, it's just a lot longer of a road.
It is, but it's one of those, like, it's a long road that's well paved. Like I tell people, like, think about people who get a gang of shit real quick. It just goes away. There's no appreciation for it. When you see somebody making the lasagna, laying down that whatever lasagna paper
sheet,
the
noodle sheet.
Yeah, the noodle sheet, and they put in the sauce and then the cheese. Like, I watch a lot of people cook on, so it's like I understand. Like, you're not making lasagna to feed somebody. You're making lasagna as an art.
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
For sure.
There's a difference between like even like what I do, building a car, and a car manufacturer. They're building cars to help people get on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building cars because I love to build the cars. I like the end process. And that's the lasagna metaphor.
For sure.
You're building because you want to see people eat and enjoy it.
For sure.
When people ride in my car and I do a pull and they fucking snap their head back, I'm like, yeah, nigga, I did that. Your fucking neck hurts. But you like the taste.
Yeah.
You like the sounds, the sights. And that's what separates the art. That separates the passion from the production. And it's understanding that sometimes it won't pay off.
Yeah.
everything you do is not about the end. Sometimes it's like, bro, you could put your heart and soul into something and it won't pay off, but you give fucking some, and that'll do well. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Hey, that's just the way it is. And I think that I've come to terms with that's just the way it is. Even with like podcasting. Bro, this is episode like 255.
Okay.
255. I've been podcasting since 2018. And maybe there's other things I could have done to help fast track it. I could have marketed differently. I could have had the conversations where it's more salacious, get the clips. But it's like, I'm not trying to do all that shit. Like, that's just corny to me.
It's really up to you, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I thought it'd be corny. But then there's a certain line between corny and making it work. Like, I could give you a clip right now and just be like, these niggas ain't on my level.
Yeah.
And I could just give you all that and just tell you why. I didn't just be like, well, why they on your level? They ain't doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They ain't moving like I'm moving.
Yeah.
They just like when you see somebody on a clip like, what's wrong? Like when they ask, what's wrong with the auto world?
Yeah.
And I'll just put it like this, for my opinion. What's wrong with the auto world right now? Kids are content. You can go buy a fucking factory 500 horsepower car and think you're God's gift to the world. And you could dog me all the day in my 500 horsepower car. But the way that translates is I give you my car and that motherfucker break loose. No traction control, no air control. It's just you and that car. You gonna whop that motherfucker across something. And we've all done it.
Yeah,
I've had a taste of cars doing that. But then at the same time, I respect it. And that's where I respect you. Because it's like, that's what I said, production and the passion. You do this podcast shit not for numbers, because you're passionate about it. You stay up at 7 a.m. because you're passionate about it, because this is the shit you love. You don't have to do it, but you want to do it.
Yeah.
You don't need to do it, but you want. And the need and the want is what separates the 9-to-5ers to the hustlers. People need a 9-to-5. I don't want a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
I need to survive, but I want to hustle.
Yeah. You're right, dog. Maybe this episode will be the one.
You never know.
Where Snoop Dogg finds it.
You never know.
He's heartbroken right now.
About what?
His wife. She fucked Dre.
Oh, that was a real thing?
Probably.
Listen, man.
Could have happened. Snoop's bummed out, and he's like, you know what? T-Pain's in the cars. I need to do something different.
Come on down, Uncle Snoop.
I used to like Monte Carlos.
Right.
Snoop's crying right now. Let me see what this about. And he watches this podcast. And then he shoots me a DM.
That's it.
You know what, Frankie, baby, I want to be on your podcast. Well, I don't know why he's talking like that, but I'll
you got
roll
country.
with it. Frankie, baby, I want to be on your podcast. My wife, she just fucked Dre, and I want to talk about it.
Say less, Unc. Come through.
Come through, Unc. I'll smoke with them, you know. Smoke one of those dread blunts that he'd be smoking. The saggy joints.
That sound egregiously fun. I don't partake in the narcotics, but I don't frown upon those who do.
Have you smoked before?
I've smoked before, yes. I don't like the way it feels right now, and I'll admit this. I take edibles to help me sleep at night. Yeah. Because I can't, like right now, like especially right now since I've been working and standing on my feet a lot, I'll take something. I think the indica. It was my indica in the couch.
Knocks you out.
I'll just sleep. I'll eat it. Watch some Ace Vane on the YouTube. It's a dude who makes Batman and Justice League parodies. I watch that. Chill with my girl and my bear. And I just knock out.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
And it helps so much because it's like I'd wake up sore and shit, but I do stretch every morning for 5 minutes, and that helps like get the day started. So it's one of those, I don't frown upon it. Yeah. Like I didn't like having to take it because I felt like I was against what I liked. Yeah. But at the same time, I take like ibuprofen, Advil, and shit like that, and I would get a mean stomach ache because if you take that shit on an empty stomach, it gives you an ulcer. I didn't know that. With the edible, I just eat a gummy real quick.
Living life.
Nothing, no side effects besides feeling happy.
Yeah, for sure. That's the crazy thing about like certain medications and drugs or what have you. You know, like Mexican culture, you could be alcoholic when you're 10 years old.
Really?
And just be like, whatever. But if you smoke weed once, you're fucking devil, bro.
And that's the way I always looked at it.
What
and
the
it's just
fuck?
like I don't want to smoke it. I don't need to smoke it because I'm not doing it outside the house. One time I ate an edible and then went outside. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's too much shit going on. I need to go back inside. Because it's so like it's a sensory overload.
Gotcha.
So I can like I'm standing here and like, why do I hear birds chirping? Why can I hear the leaves whistling in the wind? I'm like certain shit like
you can see the wind.
Like bro, like not see the wind, but I can see like when this sounds stupid, but when the wind blows, you see the leaves move.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are these leaves so loud?
Yeah.
Why the fuck the power lines crackling? Shit you would just never notice. Like when you sit here, like why are these lights buzzing?
You gotta enjoy it, bro.
And I'm just that's why I just sit down and watch TV.
I was high at SEMA last year.
Oh Lord,
it's fun. Just walking around and you're just tripping out. And you see all kinds of people. It's not like when I used to get high. Like when I used to get high, you know. But I'll smoke, little pen here and there, walk around, check out everything.
Just vibing.
Man, SEMA after day and a half, you're like, I already fucking seen everything.
That's how I be feeling, man. That's exactly how I be feeling. Like especially with the SEMA crunch. Like my thing is, I am rushing to get my car done to do a burnout.
To blow that shit up in front of everybody.
I am rushing to do a burnout and then drive. But in my head, I had this vision. I want to drive down the Las Vegas Strip.
Beautiful.
With my car, no hood, with the supercharger on. Just do a couple pulls here and there. Get a little, kick it out a little bit. Motherfucker sound like a NASCAR.
Hell yeah.
Like cause a straight pipe LS with the cam with that text.
The lane closest to the walkway.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Oh my gosh.
Live life.
Is that
Fuck
Paul
it.
Walker? No. Bitch.
That's what it's about, bro. But yeah, after a day and a half, I already ran into the same fucker three times already. What's up? You already have so many meaningless conversations. What's up, man? How you? How's business?
Oh, those are what I call time thieves. And then I hit them with the man, how you been doing? And this is what, and I hate to do this. You run into me. There's a certain threshold. I'm gonna talk to you, whoop de whoop, wop de whoop. Then you get into some other shit. Damn, for real? That's crazy. You got a picture? Me too, bro. For sure. Hit me up later. I'll talk to you about it. That'd be my conversation the whole time for Down Thief. I got fucking.
Especially people are gonna want to talk to you.
Bro, they talk about it. I take every conversation with a little bit of emphasis, but then some of it just goes out the window.
For sure.
Some people really talk. There's one dude in Michigan, forgot his name, young kid, came up to me crying. What the fuck you crying, nigga? Like
crying?
Like, bro, I never thought I'd see you in real life. And I was like, you know what? Gave him a hug. Appreciate that. That made me appreciate what I do more.
Yeah.
Because everything, I won't lie, people get jaded. People do get jaded. But in my head, I'm like, bro, as soon as you think you're getting over this, just remember you used to push carts at fucking Home Depot.
Facts.
Never forget that manager who told you to go get his carts. Like, you don't own the store. You're just the store manager.
Said, go get my carts?
Go get my cart. Go get my... He looked at me. It's raining. Where the fuck are my carts? I said, excuse me? I'm like, bro, it's raining. I don't care. Get my fucking carts.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, fuck this dude, bro.
Smoke him, bro.
Bro, like, and in my head, is he still at that Home Depot too?
Yeah.
Still at that Home Depot.
Dick.
And I'm not trying to belittle him or nothing. I sit here and be like, bitch ass nigga, I make more than you.
You can.
But that's not that'd be out of that's not my place. Cause once I get that mentality and say that, then it's all downhill.
But it's like everything in moderations, right?
And my moderation is going back to that Home Depot, knowing that I made it just to buy something.
Spit on the floor.
Don't never want to spit on the floor. Why? Because he don't clean it. Somebody else got to clean it. I respect the employees.
On his picture on the wall or whatever. You know, that's my thing, dog, is I was just so cocky and so arrogant when I was younger. And then the older I got, the more life experiences, I like went a whole fucking 180, bro. And I'm like so humble, dude. You know, even to the point I'll be with my wife and I'll be talking to somebody or someone will bring up some shit that like we've done or been to or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool, man. Oh, did you like it or whatever? And she's just like, you never even say like that we've been there or we've done this or you have them. Like, I don't know. I'm trying so hard not to be that person. But then sometimes I'm just like, man, fuck you. You know, that is still in me.
in my head,
still in me, dude.
My humbleness is, and if people will say, excuse my language, I always say I'm a nigga with a Nissan. And what I mean by that is the fact that keeps me ground level. And when I say that, they're like, man, this, that, and other, bro. I'm just a brother. I'm just a black dude with a car. And that's what I mean. But the thing is, it's like, I made these cars. These cars didn't make me. And that goes back to like the racing thing. You take 10 influencers, take their cars away. What can they offer you? Can they entertain you? We could sit here and literally talk about anything except cars. We could talk about sports. We could talk about movies.
Yeah.
We could talk about life, the war in the Middle East, anything, and I'd still be just as me as I am about a different topic.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel separates me from the competitors in this field.
For sure. Yeah. Fuck them. They don't got a fucking signed Eminem poster.
They don't.
That bitch ass fool sent me that poster. I didn't even want it.
Who sent it to you?
M did.
Eminem sent you the poster?
Eminem sent me that shit. Wants to be on the podcast. I said, get the fuck.
Hey, he's coming down one day. And he gonna sit. Mr. Mathers is gonna sit right where I'm sitting.
After Snoop.
Because
he has a lot of trauma. And he's like, you know what? I saw how you talked to Snoop and Dre fucked Snoop's wife. And
he might just say, fuck it. I want to be on first.
Ooh.
And when that happens, you tell him that I listened to his CD at my grandmother's house, and I still listen to fucking. There's something about he whipped out his dick and caused a power outage. I was like, yo, yeah. He's like, go, Gadget Dick, whip that shit out. And I was like, bro, Eminem, because people were like, oh, I don't like Eminem White because he corny. How?
They're fucking crazy. It's because they didn't grow up in that time.
And that's you had to be there.
You had to be there. It's like a house party that you never went to, and you're like, that sounds lame. And it's like, no, you weren't there. Like,
they don't know.
I fuck around. And I've gotten to that like level sometimes where I doubt his greatness. Bro, 8 Mile is one of the greatest movies ever. Put that last scene on, any grown man will come to fucking tears, dog. You know? Everybody in the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Come on. Everybody's had that feeling, dog, where they're just like, this is my fucking 8 Mile. Hey, what are you going to do? I'm going to work. I gotta go to work after this.
That's how I feel when I get in the car. I'll drink me a little C4 energy drink. And it's gonna sound corny. I'll put on some Limp Bizkit.
Ooh.
And I'll just fucking play My Way.
Hell yeah.
The like My Way, Mini Men. Like every morning I listen to Mini Men by 50 Cent.
Ooh.
Every morning.
Damn. That's a beautiful song.
If you listen, just don't listen to listen. Listen to hear it.
Yeah. For sure.
What he's saying, he's like, many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and niggas trying to take my life away. I'll put a hole in a nigga for fucking with me. My back's on the wall, and you gonna see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, because I'll come and take your life away. To me, that it's not about, for him it was about probably life and death.
Yeah.
For me it's about like, bro, like you got a path. Do what you need to do. Haters are everywhere. And I know they're everywhere. In a sense, when my grandmother passed away, there's only a few people there. A few people there who really were like, hey, my bad, my dog. My cousin was in the car the day my grandma passed away. He's like, you good? I'm like, I'll be okay. I'm crying like grandma gone. Nigga, get your shit together. You gonna be okay. Bet. God just wipe the tears, keep pushing. When his grandma died, it was sad. But he wiped the tears and kept pushing. And the takeaway from that was when I started working at Hoonigan, and out the blue, some guy was like, hey man, how's it going? How's your grandma? Oh, she passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Is everything okay? Yeah, then he'd be like, hey man, you work at Hoonigan, right? Can I get some shirts? And I hit him with a damn Optimus Prime just stole my refrigerator, bro. The Decepticons is outside. Let me get back to you. All right, boss man, let me know when you get that situation handled. Let me know about them shirts. Get out of here, bro. Or when I go out to eat and sometimes I offer to pay. People say, hey man, yeah, whoop de whoop whoop. Some people won't pay me back. I won't, and I'm not going to press them. It just cost me $25 to figure out I don't have to hang out with you no more. That easy.
The Bronx Tale. I was just telling my wife that the other day. It's true.
It really is. Because you figure since you think I got it, there's a difference between, hey, man, oh, no, I'm good. Keep the money. Just worry about you. Just on me. That's the difference between this. That's what I'm thinking. What are we going to do? Like, bro, if you didn't have no money to eat, you could have just told me something. I'll cover you. I don't mind. Like I'm not going to deny another human food. Like, if you hungry, you hungry. But don't be a bitch about it and be on some sneaky snake shit and think just because, oh, you think I got it. No, nigga, I ain't got it. I'm just happen to have it right now. Yeah. I might not have it tomorrow. I might not have it the next day. But if I got it, I don't mind.
That's when you got to start reevaluating people that you let in your life. Like, bro, nobody's grandfathered in anymore, dog. These relationships, they renew like a fucking cell phone contract, bro. You feel me? And it's like, we're not on the same wavelength that we were last year. Yeah, we had great memories, but that shit's in the past.
Exactly.
If we're moving forward. If you give me any sort of feeling that makes me feel a certain way, I'm eliminating everything like that from my life, no matter who the fuck it is.
Lickety split.
Sit, dog. So either you're around or you're not. Either way, I'm gonna be cooking still.
And that's the thing. Like, that's why I say I can trust those three: Matt, Josh, and Narina. No matter what I tell Narina, it could be nasty. She don't judge me. She just like, that's scary. I tell Josh, that's that nigga Gary. I tell Matt, that's scary. It's somebody I could call right now, like, yo, I just can't. I can tell them I won the fucking lottery. What should I do? Well, let's reinvest it into something and make more money. Across the board, that's what those three things say. Those three people say. It's never, hey, man, we about to go buy something. It's like, how we going to make more money? Bro, I just want $1 billion. So what? Let's make $2 billion.
Oh, shit. I would want some lobster.
Bro.
Like, if you just, right now, you got a text and it said, like, hey, by the way, you won the lottery. I would, shameless. I'd be like, hey, let's get some lobster.
Bro,
let's get some lobster.
Tomahawk steak.
Fuck. Wrapped in a lobster.
Bro.
Like, put 3 and then burrito.
Garlic butter.
Woo! Garlic.
A large cup of red Kool-Aid.
Oh, shit.
And a good mood at the house, though. I don't want to be in public. I'll be at the house eating this. That way I'm in my drawers.
Like one of those mukbang videos where it's just like...
No, I'm going to be clean when I'm eating. Sitting there. What movie I'm watching? I'm watching Baby Boy. To this day, Baby Boy, Back to the Future. What else is a movie I like watching? Fast and the Furious, RoboCop, Transformers. There's a bunch of other movies I'm leaving out. A bunch of movies I am leaving out. But Baby Boy, to this day, I think Tyrese should have won an Oscar.
Damn, that's a crazy one.
That one, that because it equates to everybody. It's the modern coming of age story. We all lived at our parents' house for a little bit longer than we should.
Yeah.
Hey, let's be real. Tyrese is a fuckboy in that movie. He got 2 baby mamas. He has to ward off the demonness at his job with the wet coochie. Maintaining a civil life, and he hustling.
Like Snoop's in that.
Rodney. Hello, you got a call from the California Correctional Facilities. You accept the charges. Yvette, no, nigga, this ain't no motherfucking Yvette. Nigga, put Yvette on the phone. Nigga, you don't even live there. Is this Jody? The Jody that got my boo pregnant? Running around the streets like a little ass boy, can't take care of his responsibility as a motherfucking man. Nigga, you's a bitch.
You do watch this.
Bro, I watch it. This is like, who's that? I told you to put a block on my phone. This nigga, yeah, you living at your mama's house. I ain't trying to hear that shit. There's a scene in that movie where him and Yvette are beefing. The Snoop Dogg's there with all the dog pound.
Yeah.
And he rolls up and one of the dudes said, this nigga on a bike?
Damn, I don't even know if I've seen that movie fully.
Bro, I've watched
little pieces here and there.
It's a great movie. Because when you listen to Vin Rames, that applies to life. There's a scene in there Vin Rames talks about the bartering system. He's like, how you get this TV? Man, did a little work for my man. The bartering system did a little work for him. He come back and turn his TV for me. Same thing. Oh, man, how'd you get these parts for these cars? Did a little work for my man. Put out some content, and Ergo gave me these bolts.
Yeah.
What'd he ask? He just asked that I be a good person. Don't fuck him over. And don't touch other bolts unless you wash your motherfucking hands.
Gary. Thank you for today, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, Mr.
Great
Frank.
combo, dude. Much love, much success to you, dude.
Likewise.
Keep hustling, man.
Always.
You'll get it, whatever it is.
It's coming.
It's
a process. It's one of those things, like I tell people before I talk your ear off more, it's coming. I can't control how fast it comes, pause, but when it comes, I'm going to be ready for it.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to see you at SEMA.
I'll be there.
I'm going to give you the fucking bullshit ass convo. Hey, what's up, Gary? How you been, man?
Oh,
how's
man.
business?
All is well, man. You know, just making it, hustling every day, living and surviving.
Good, man. Good. Are you still doing the Hoonigans? You going to be over there?
Yeah, I'm going to be over there. Come through.
Oh, what time are you going to be over
11 to 3 o'clock.
Oh, dude, I'll see you there, bro.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
All right, bet.
That's the SEMA combo.
That's it. I got some meetings though, some potential
live life.
Yeah, I'm trying to just be in Hawaii.
Living.
Bro, just chilling on the beach.
Not giving a fuck.
Not at all. Titties out.
Yeah. Eating 2 pineapple pizzas. Oh, 2 large pineapple pizzas.
Pineapple's corn pizza. Stop making me hungry. I'm about to probably go get some barbecue after this anyway.
Nah, bro, you gotta stick to it.
Meat. It's meat. Meat
and
vegetables. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
No bread.
Pause, bro.
Whoa, all the beat. No pause. All homo.
All right, Gary. So people listening right now, where could they find you at?
King Anytime on Instagram, TikTok, Gary King Jr. on YouTube, Booty Hustlers for the apparel. And if you want me in your house talking about drag racing, Hoonigan channel.
Hell yeah. All right, cool, man.
Maybe on Family Feud if Steve Harvey were retired.
Oh, shit, Steve Harvey. Shout out to Steve Harvey, bro.
Right.
He always had the crispy lineup, dude. After the show, he'll throw his little motivation, little speeches. I like that.
I fuck with Steve Harvey.
I fuck with Steve Harvey. You have to.
If you want something good to watch, Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay with Steve Harvey, that would open my eyes. That's what taught me the difference between, like he says, explains before I talk here, the difference between a movie star and a TV star. And the way he explains is you pay to see a movie star for a little bit of time and they go away. When you watch me on TV, this is him talking, you invite me to your house. You feel like you know me on a personal level. So when people watch me on Hoonigan, hey, I feel like I know you, bro. Dap them up, give them a hug. What's good? You trying to hang out, go get food? You ask anybody, that's usually 9 times out of 10 what we going to do if I have the time. And that's what I appreciate, the people. Without the people, I wouldn't be here, and I appreciate all of them.
Hell yeah, bro. And that's why you're going to win.
God willing.
Good shit, bro. Hey, thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys like this podcast, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Stay black.